Yeah, third strike. Walk back and hit medium punch. Is that Ibuki's max meter build button? I don't even remember. I think it is. Gah. Mash EXDP. I thought it should be illegal for Dudley to EXDP. Oh, that was really nice. That was a good EX fireball. He had like no cross up that was gonna hit at that angle, I don't think. Oh my god, hitbox. That should have been air throw from Ibuki, but I don't blame him for not doing it. He probably jumped in parrying multiple times, but Dudley has no way. Once he reacted to Dudley jumping, he should have hit a button, because Dudley has no way to hit you multiple times in a jump. Look at that, the OS. He did jab strong trying to get the fucking far TC. And then just, you know. Oh no! I saw it was a high parry by Ibuki. And I think that was one too. Dudley just cashes out with an easy combo. You don't see Ibukis do the whiff meter build that often. It's probably alright. Oro gets very slow meter from whiffing. It's one of the lowest. Celery stick in one hand, glass of OJ in the other. Sounds like some fucking shit. Oh, I went downstairs to get my fucking crane juice. People don't cross counter really ever. No, every now and then you see it from like as an ATR, but like usually not. Anyway, I went to my fucking fridge to get my cran juice, and I saw the bag of I diced an onion, and I diced like 3 bell peppers, and I used like half of them for both, and the other halves were just in my fridge, and they'd been there for like 2 weeks, and now I'm big sad. I could have eaten those. Now it's probably been too long. Is that the worst feeling, is finishing only half of an onion? They need to breed onions that are smaller, so I can just buy the little ones. They already did that, but my fucking supermarket only has jumbo onions. Though these anti-airs are kind of nice. Some of the best in the game, actually, in my opinion. Ooh, why'd that work? Wasn't even a combo. Very late anti-air. It's really hard for Ken to win this. Well, you could share onions. Ooh. This one's a white onion. Nice. I like red onions in my salad. I used a recipe that called for a yellow onion recently, and I was like, fuck, I haven't had one of these things in forever. Didn't like it so much. Red and white are both better. What is this? Was that supposed to be a cancel? That's a really weird error. I don't know if he wanted to cancel the DP or if he wanted to cancel the super. Both of them work there, I'm pretty sure. But that was a very strange error. Probably based on the timing, he wanted it towards medium kick DP super. Because he should. That's the only context in which he would still be rolling there. I usually buy, probably 80% of the time I buy white onions. Ask me what the peppers were. It's 3 bell peppers. I had an orange, a yellow, and a green, I think. Why don't you watch better player VODs? Sometimes I do. It's just these ones are nice and obscure. And that's a little concern I have. If I watch some like big tournament, it's like, will the cops come to my house? If it's just casuals between random players at an arcade, less likely to get shut down by the big government. Cool. Oh, what a punish. Big fucking brain by this Ken. Also, this Ken's real nice. We've seen him on a lot of odds, and he's actually an amazing Ken. Do they really not care? I put up a third Maniacs recently, and they didn't. No one gave a shit, but I was afraid to keep doing it. Ah. I've never asked for permission, and I really want to ask for permission, but I'm worried because I've done like a million. If I suddenly ask for permission, they'll be like, check me out, and then find out I've already been doing it for ages. Wake up, Ryda. Jesus, that's aggressive. Not too risky, though. It's not exactly riskless. It's not invincible or anything. It's not even that fast. That looked like meaty parry into throw. Pretty aggressive. Dudley taunt raises the damage on his next hit. Or his next combo, rather, I think. I don't think it raises the damage of his next throw. but definitely his next combo. It goes away if once he hits you once the combo ends, or if you hit him, I think. Yeah, well, I mean, the Rose meaty is also nice, but the damage boost is nice too. The main thing is if you get a super knockdown, you've got nothing else really to do there. So getting any kind of meaty, even if it's a 1 damage meaty, is fine. And then the power up is literally guaranteed, so you might as well do it. Like, what else are you going to do? Whiff roundhouse, build some meter? Nice. Little baby punish, but you know, the better punishes are really hard there. Oh, that was pretty risky by the Dudley. There was a good chance Ken was going to be high parrying there, but he only parried once. But that's not a hard parry, and you can just do all the parries on reaction. That's pretty nice. Ken was too low to get a jump in hit, I think. What he did was really safe and also very smart. He just waited till he landed and then did his bog standard bullshit. That was stam roundhouse into high parry. Ooh, nice. Oh, he got both hits. Normally, I think I think both hits is ideal there. There are contexts where you only got one hit of EXDP, but that's not it. It's usually a raw EXDP. That wasn't a punish, was it? Maybe it was. Dudley parried twice, expecting the RTC, because it was jump like kick. Yeah. That's like Dudley's max meaty build, and I mean max dizzy and juggles, I'm pretty sure. It's a pretty cool little combo. I don't know if the damage is that great, but the dizzy is. Oh, scary. Very scary. Holding down back was safe against all that, but like it was very easy to hit a button there, and you get lit up. That red! But what he did was super strange. It was like overhead, I think. He got towards roundhouse. Maybe he was trying for regular roundhouse, but that was still a bad idea there. That was a nice red. Pretty low risk, high reward. Ibuki doesn't usually go for low there. Oh, nice. Huge damage on that. Oh yeah, baby. Dudley cannot duck stand jab. That button's like +7 on block, and normally you have to duck it, but Dudley can't. The downside is you can parry it in either direction, and it's not a hard parry because she can't, like, you know. That was air throw. Air throw's not a terribly risky thing to do, because you can't. I think they have no ground recovery. Nice. Oh, very late kunai. It's a nice reply to a parry. Dudley did parry on the way down. That was a really weak punish on that ducking straight. I'm sure she could have done better. Could have even been the jump TC. That can't be optimal. Is that optimal? That's the saddest thing I've ever seen. Some characters really suck at punishing Dudley super from far away. She must have been able to get like stand medium kick, right? I don't know. It was kind of far. Down medium kick only barely hit. This is very dire for Ibuki. Still winnable. If she gets a super especially. Oh, now it's winnable. Yeah. That was the worst hit imaginable. Oh wow, you'd actually fucking draw it. I might be getting it out there. Because the appearances of some of the characters aren't, like, you know, established yet. How well do you draw people? Alright, yeah, DM me. I might pay you for your time, just, you know, cuz. Pay you for your time if you hand me the rights to the artwork. Dash in into block. You see that by Ken? That's meta as hell. That guy's 3 layers deep in Yomi. Nice. Really good combo. He didn't have a whole lot he could do there. Yeah, I too can draw stickman. I drew Michael Jackson one time. It was in an art class. And it was like, we're going to draw a portrait. And I was thinking about who I could draw a portrait of. And I drew Thriller era Michael. Came out alright. Every fucking time the teacher saw it, she was like, it was in high school. Teacher was like, yeah, it needs to be darker though. Like the shading. And I was like, oh, that's pretty dark. And then when all was said and done, it was like super fucking light. The whole picture's very light. And I was just like, damn, I really did need to shade it more. Oh, the super. It's not enough though. It was close. It was actually closer than I thought. I knew it was going to get 2 hits, but I didn't think it was going to leave her with no health. I don't think that can get 3 hits. It almost always gets 2. Sometimes it only gets 1. I probably have drawn more Sonic OCs than most people. But I hate to think of like who are like topping that list, you know what I mean? It's because I used to have that thing. Whenever it was someone's birthday, I'd be like, okay, I'll draw you a Sonic. And each of them are different Sonics according to me. It might hit her. Nope, didn't. He really needed that to hit her. Interesting punish. You don't see that one very often, but that's the best way to combo into SA1. That's like your best hope of getting a full SA1 in a combo. It doesn't even work properly on some characters, I think. Nice, nice. Should have been EX, I think. Surprised he went for regular spin kick. If you have meter, I feel like you should pretty much always EX spin kick. Like, Ibuki's meter is good for supers and EX spin kick, and that's about it. You can do some memes with all of our other EX moves, but those are the main 2. I don't know. Parry into stand strong. ATR. EX it's kind of good. I might have a low opinion of it because I'm an aura player. And oftentimes it just kind of misses me. Very timid. No attacks from either player. Ken just jumped in and both of them watched each other. Trying to play safe. To do a jump in parry is like simultaneously aggressive and careful. He did it again. I almost feel like it's not even worth it to jump at Dudley. There's so many things that can go wrong. And I'm a character who jumps all the time. That's one thing that can go wrong. Look at all this he's eating. He got Dudley. That was a complete Dudley round right there so far. Look at his health. Look at the time. Alright, turn around a little bit. Even if Dudley's just doing stuff like medium kick, heavy punch, it's pretty annoying to jump in on him. And then when you factor in like stand strong ducking super or just fucking anti-air DP super, stuff like that. What's really crazy is if you're going at a kind of high angle and he does medium kick, heavy punch. Sometimes you can like get the parry, all 4 parries, and then just sail over his head like your air normal just whiffs. Just because your parry elevates you. Depends on what character you play. Characters have different like falling speeds after an air parry. There's also characters who move forward or stay in place when doing forward parries on the ground. There's a little bit of non-universal stuff when it comes to parries. Yeah, he had to do a short super. Whoa, yeah, very nice. That's unfortunate. He actually wasn't point blank after that. He had to do more walking, and I think does down roundhouse, stand roundhouse work properly on Dudley? Do you get 3 hits? Does that get 3 hits on anyone? It looked wrong to me, but now I'm not sure. Nice. That was pretty safe. Wake up EXDP cancels to super even on block, and that's a safe sequence. That's really hard to get any kind of punish even with a good red parry. And then extra juicy is, ooh, I've been schmixed like this. Towards roundhouse. Is that a mistake? Did Ibuki not even know which side she was going to end up on? Okay, this is GG. Yeah. Chun-Li can just super depunish. Grimy. 2-frame full screen super, whatever. Chun breaks all the rules. Nice. He did low parry into wait, trying to catch a cancel, but Ken didn't cancel, and then his button was still fast enough. That was like a perfect example of a parry OS right there. An important situation in Third Strike that happens a lot, that can be something you don't even get exposed to until you're pretty good at parrying, is the mix-up between whether people cancel the attacks you parry. And it's possible to OS that too. Like you can time a cancel so that it comes out if you're parried, but not if you hit or block. And Ken players will often like try to heavy DP you on a button they parry. Nice. See that the low kunai, when you parry something, you freeze yourself and you freeze the thing you parry. In that scenario, Ken froze the kunai. So Ibuki, even though he parried, Ibuki actually, even though kunai has a lot of recovery after landing, Ibuki recovered first because Ken was frozen for the parry stun, but Ibuki wasn't frozen for the parry stun. It's an interesting little third strike moment. You see that a lot with Fireball Supers or Akuma's Red Fireball, stuff like that, where the Fireball freezes you and parries for long enough the opponent can come in and mix you up. Air throw. If you're going to empty jump, you might as well air throw on the way in, I guess. Or air parry. I do that too, though. There's no downside. It just occasionally catches people who are doing nothing. Ken can't crouch Ibuki's jab? I didn't know that. So if Ken can't, then probably all the other shadows can't either. Oof. Good button. I thought the shadows were short enough. Aura crouches it. Aura crouches everything. Aura's got one of the smallest crouches in the game. Wow! Holy shit. That was kind of nice. Imagine parrying there and then still being ready for that bullshit. He really red parried and then just waited for a short swing low. Insanely big brain. That looked like parry throw. Can block 2 hits and then parry throw us. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. There's some scenarios where it's really important to do that. Or like a double parry OS also works. For example, if you parry Dudley's overhead, the only thing you can do is do the second hit of the TC from the overhead. So you go for 2 parries when you see that. And if he doesn't do the second attack, you can still punish in time. Ooh. That cancel's hard to do too. Nice. Big damage here. Bunch of short light machine gun blows. Or that. He had more, didn't he? I'm pretty sure you can do several light machine gun blows on shadows. It's hard to do though. I don't know if that removes the ability to do a short swing blow though. Short swing blow does a lot of damage in those combos. There aren't that many characters that Chun just basically prevents from being in the game. Hugo would be more popular, I guess. I'm trying to think of other characters where Chun-Li just nukes them. Oro. Oro would be more common. Much more common. You'd see more Hugo, more Oro. Not too different besides that. There might be more Ken. Ibuki, maybe. I think Chun-Li is Ibuki's worst matchup, but I don't think it's as bad as a counter pick. I think it's like 6-4, 6.5, 3.5. I don't think Ibuki loses that many matchups. I think she's usually pretty even versus most of the cast. Like 6-4 to 4-6 territory. Maybe a bit better for some of the low tiers. I don't know. I can't really see your 7-3ing someone either. Maybe like Sean. I don't even think Sean. Oh, look at that. It comboed. Dudley's tall. I forgot you can get that on Dudley. It would be on. If Chun-Li was removed, it would be on. Yun and Chun-Li are on a little higher echelon than Ken and Makoto, who are on a higher echelon than most of the high tiers. It's not a huge difference, but it's you can feel it. Nice getting out of the corner by Ken. Ugh. Yeah, he's very safe. And that's weird to say about a character with low health. But he's like the most, he's well, probably the most consistent character in the game. Or maybe Chun-Li. They can get lit up though. Yun is pretty hard to play even without considering Gane. Like if you were just considering characters like in a box, Yun would be one of the hardest characters. And then bring in Gane and he's like the hardest character by a country mile. He's low HP with combos that are pretty bad to drop. And a lot of the special moves he has are kind of specialized. You can always just dive kick around in your normals. That's not too hard. It's kind of weird saying that because I think Yang is one of the easier characters. Yeah, dive kick is crazy in this game. You gotta parry it, and it's a mix. That actually worked. The Rose can stuff that. It was just a very low Rose. You got the mix on the jump in. It's not a great mix, but it's a mix. Ooh, that was a super confirm. He did not get the Staying Strong super confirm. Ooh, nice. Ken brought it back. Maybe. Yang definitely has to not get parried. I feel like Yang's a little bit safer against parries than a lot of characters though. Because like the potential of an EX Rekka cancel makes parries a lot more tricky. You can mix up EX Rekka timing. Regular Rekka still, but it's not as good. Nice, that link is hard. Low short, EX. What's it? That's like a tight link. She doesn't chain. Very nice. ATR low, very common. A lot of people just raw dog cancel it. Oh, stand jab got parried low. There it was. It's one of the reasons stand jab is like, it's one of the reasons it fails. Because the opponent doesn't have to be right about their parry direction. I don't know numbers in this game. It's safe. One rack is safe. Nice. Yeah, punish it with Raging Demon or Hugo Super maybe, I don't know. Nice, that was almost gonna kill. Always so close. Yeah, you can find the 3S numbers online if you look. Even punishing several ruckus can be kind of scary in this game. Because if you let go of down back to start doing like a DP motion or something, a super motion, and Yang does another Rekka, it'll hit you because you don't have auto guard in this game. You can get hit during motions. Yeah, one frame. Maybe a little bit more on a crouching opponent. But they probably won't be crouching if they're eating the low short. Ugh. This is probably gonna kill. Nice. It was tricky. Dudley could have lived there. It wasn't that many parries, but it was difficult. Nice. Parrying the for most characters, parrying that overhead gets you nothing. I don't think SA1 from Ibuki is that big of an issue. It's very much like Mirror in the sense that all characters kind of have to hold it the same way. But also, if you're not in one of the scenarios where you can avoid the scenarios where she can land it, basically. It's not a super she can just do willy-nilly. I mean, it is in the sense that she doesn't need a setup. But she can't do it from like after a parry or something like that most of the time. What the fuck was that? Neutral jump light kick. It is very good for checkmate scenarios, especially because it's generally safe. SA3 Ibuki is viable. I'm surprised it's not more common. I feel like people overrate SA1 and underrate SA3 a little bit. But I do think SA1 is better. I'm surprised there's as few SA3 Ibukis as there are. The punishing power gives you is very matchup specific. It won't always be useful. But it does go really far in the amount of time it takes to come out. And it's also, you can use it for like whiff punishing and stuff like that. Like, it's fast enough that you can catch people whiffing buttons to build meter, if it's like a heavy or even some mediums. SA2 you can jump out of in most contexts. I don't know how it works. Sometimes I can hold up and sometimes I can't. I don't know the rules. It might be that she has to be touching you for it to be one frame, and if she's not touching you, it like gets slowed down or some bullshit like that. Like a tiny, tiny raging demon. Oh, I didn't even realize that I didn't change the game name. I guess I can change it. I forgot that was the thing. Forgot I left it. Gah. I like rarely interact with Ibuki SA2 to be quite frank. I can't remember the last time I took it to training mode. Yeah, you often see Ibuki players do a cancel into the short teleport. Or not teleport, you know, the dash, command dash. But it's very risky. Because if she gets hit out of that, she takes a lot of damage. And she takes a lot of damage anyway. Damn, what a round. That DP doesn't get to attack the frame, so it doesn't build any meter. It's just for style. There's nothing Ken can do to build meter there. What he does basically doesn't matter at all. It was Mio Tatsu. Oh, see, he parried waiting for something else. I don't know what. I don't think Dudley can cancel towards Fierce except into like fucking Duck and Cross or whatever. Or Super. Yeah, he can cancel to Super, can't he? I think towards Fierce cancels to Super. Maybe that was what he was looking for. Oh, that was nice. No! I think the timing of your super jump affects that. It's also based on which character you're fighting. Is it the timing of your super jump? I'm not even sure. I don't know if Ibuki can do it at any time like Oro can. Oro can like do for like he's got like a radical variation in when he does his super jump after close strong. God, it fell out again. No parry into nothing. Yeah. Ibuki's use that because it's airborne frame 1. It's quite bad on block if you don't super cancel it. And you have to super cancel like instantly. It's way earlier than you would think. This fucking Ken was just walking into Dudley for a second there. Did he actually do DP because it was the fastest thing he could do there? That's hilarious. How fast is Ken's heavy DP? 3 frames? I don't even know. 4 maybe? Akuma's hits on frame 3. I don't know about Dudley. I mean, and Ken. Gah. Walking into a bunch of hits. Not super interesting characters this time. Ken and Dudley are fine. Ibuki's pretty neat. You don't see a whole lot of Ibuki players. The Ken is really good at least. The other characters aren't half bad either. Oh, baby. Every now and then you do it, and it works. That's like one of his first overhead super links. Would that really have chipped? I feel like that loses hits on a lot of crouching characters, but Dudley maybe not. I know why there aren't much Chun players online. Chun-Li's not very fun to play, I feel. I think a lot of people just dislike Chun-Li who are still third strike players, you know what I mean? Like, you play her if you want to win some money. If you're like a try-hard gamer, if you will. But I feel like her overly simplistic gameplay is just not very interesting. The kinds of people who want to play third strike instead of some other game are doing it for the things that Chun-Li does not represent, you know what I mean? Ugh. Well, if you think she's fun, you can play her. I'm not trying to fucking be critical or anything. 100 times out of 100, I would have canceled that jump into Super Ibuki. That was like such a scary jump to not cancel into Super. This one right here. Here is Super cancel would have just killed Ken. And the dread of being like punished on the way down was super bad. It must be satisfying to win. It's not like Chun-Li's super duper simple. She's not like a free win. I fight a lot of Chun-Li's I body just because they don't know how to shut down my movement. But a good Chun-Li can shut down my movement. And once my movement's shut down, I have nothing. A lot of characters require fucking good reactions in this game. Nice. Yeah. It's true. Ken is moderately simple. Chun-Li is a different kind of simple. When people pick Ken, they pick him for being simple because he's like very, you know, he's a Shoto. Chun-Li isn't simple in that way. She's like simple in like a pro way. Like beginners can't even exploit like low forward, you know? Or like car throw or low strong or fucking, I don't know. Stuff like that. They can't use her to like control space. because they're missing pieces. I don't think Ken is super easy, but I think people pick Ken because they think he's easy, and I think people don't think Chun-Li is easy. I'm not sure if I think Chun-Li's easy. Chun-Li has some really hard stuff, but a lot of stuff is pretty simple. Low forward super is not executionally demanding, and I don't think it's even that hard to react if memory serves. I think you have quite a while. Yeah, anti-airing with her is quite complex because she has no clean anti-air. You've got to use you've got to anti-air with the system mechanics. She doesn't just have an anti-air button. You got to do walk back anti-air low bullshit. Oh yes, anti-air back fierce and then buffer the legs if they parry. And do back fierce legs anti-air. I've seen that. It's funny looking. Nice red. You get a lot of extra damage by doing that. It's 100% worth. It's pretty scary though. It's a very risky red parry to go for. Her multi-hit anti-air is legs, which you can't do at will. You can't do at will. Her multi-hit anti-air is fucking SF3, which no one runs because it sucks. It's not hard, but back hard punch is less of a good anti-air than you would think. That's the issue. I hate doing legs on pad anyway. Especially 3S legs, where you gotta hit the same button. Got ATC, but couldn't get a combo on the way down. A lot of Chun-Li players anti-air by jumping, and their air airs are actually extremely good. The downside is you have to react to the jump with a jump of your own, which is not always easy. But you can like jump fierce to anti-air, or neutral jump roundhouse or stuff like that, and it's quite good. Jump fierce is actually very strong. There's an anti-air TC. We just saw one by the Ibuki player. She does it too sometimes. Ibuki has lots of interesting anti-airs, but most of them aren't that strong. Constantly doing wake up super, I would probably block it. Yeah, very low risk. Maybe Ken could have parried that and done light DP or something. He tried the red parry last hit. It's bold. She can go high or low for the last hit, so it's a bit scary. Oh. Is that really Ibuki's max damage there? Oh, nice jump. Smart. You can recognize those situations if you play the game enough, especially versus Ibuki enough, I mean. You can spot the scenarios where... That did bonus damage because he was crouching. I think that wouldn't have killed besides that. You can spot the scenarios where you can barely get off the ground and then immediately land from the super hit. And then just take, like, no damage. I do that too versus Ibuki's. Nice. Oh, Ibuki did like a DP or something immediately on landing, or a taunt or something. Ibuki's taunt is also for everyone airborne, and I think her penguin kick is too, and maybe the flip as well. She's got like an ass ton of frame 1 airborne stuff. Most people do the taunt to the DP though. Probably not gonna hit. I said it wasn't gonna hit. I thought it would hit like once, but it didn't hit at all. Nice. Perfect number of jabs for him to parry, and then instantly clipped him with a sweep. Very smart. Nice bait. Ah, kunais didn't hit. Kunai generally hits there, but Dudley was like profiling maybe. Blocked just enough that there was no confirm. And then I think went for a red parry or something. Yeah, stand jab, baby. And then the low. Very nice. Caught him with the low just as he was probably lining up his parry. Perfect. If you don't parry there, you get smashed by fucking repeated jabs. That was a crouching hit. She had the follow-up, maybe, depending on which version she used. I think you can't do the follow-up from the light one. If you get a crouching hit, you can do the follow-up low hit and it combos. It doesn't combo normally. And that gives you extra damage plus a knockdown. How does it work? I don't even remember. Is it the heavy is always 3 hits, light is always 2 hits, and then medium you can add an extra hit with the button? Something like that. I haven't thought about that in a while. I never use that move as Ibuki. Every now and then when I play Ibuki, I don't do that. Ooh. She could have super cancelled that, couldn't she? Or maybe she didn't have the meter in time. Yeah, she had it. I'm pretty sure she could have super cancelled that. I don't actually know. That light DP might have beaten the super in that context. I have no idea. You can super cancel it even on parry. You can actually super cancel it even on whiff. That's a unique property of EX DP for Ibuki. You can't cancel the other DPs on whiff, but you can cancel EX DP on whiff. Nice red. So smart. I think most of the characters in MVC2 have some degree of meme potential. You can see Justin Wong picking dumb teams like that all the time if you dig through YouTube. I think he's actually been doing it recently too. It really just depends on your opponent's knowledge, because like you can absolutely catch someone if they don't know stuff about your team. Nice red. And he was ready for the whole thing. I get that like 1 out of 10 if I'm lucky. It's easy if you get the red parry, so I guess I do better than that. I guess I could probably get it 1 out of like 3. Probably wouldn't even go for it though, to be honest. I'd probably just block. Can Dudley react with a super? I'm not sure. Nice. Is that Dead OS? I think he has too much meter. That was probably just a range confirm. Or maybe he just fucking raw dog confirmed it. My favorite teams are the fucking teams with the Anacharis and shit and the Juggernaut and the Baby Bonnie Hood. There's like 4 or 5 characters that if you have the right of those characters on your team, you do the team hyper combo and get like a touch of death. So the team strat is just build 3 meters, land any fucking 2 hits, and then team hyper combo instantly. Fucking love those teams so much. And Mega Red seems like a kind of good character, to be honest. Juggernaut's one of those characters where I see people call him like a top tier all the time. I think he's actually like a mid tier in practice. But like he's like a noob killer. I think he's got really good potential if you don't know what you're doing against him. That's the impression I get. Oh no, getting mixed. I've seen some really zany things in top 10. I've seen Dhalsim in top 10 a lot. People are just like, well, he's got an 8-way air dash. I've seen him in combo videos, and his combos are insane, but they all seem impossible. Because you've got to do, like, zoom normals midair, and, like, non-zoom normals midair. His air chains are absolutely insane. Yeah, he's like extremely executionally demanding, but he's got like god movement. And great screen control, and like most of the things you would need for a top tier. Juggernaut has some glitch, yeah, I don't actually remember it. Something about his power up state and then tagging out or something, I don't remember. Oh, that was a cancel into something instantly airborne. Probably, I would guess Penguin Kick. Ugh. Penguin Kick would be the most reasonable thing after a medium stay medium kick that's airborne. I think zoning teams used to be much more common than they are now. Nowadays, when you see NBC 2, you usually see like the MSP style teams where it's kind of like rushdown mix up. But for a very good amount of NBC 2's life, it was turtling. It was like Storm, like Blackheart, fucking Doom shit, where you just like hang back and do nothing. I think the best runaway in the game is fucking Dark Sakura. Remember that bullshit? It's actually not the best runaway in the game. Well, it kind of is. It's task level though. Dark Sakura's teleport has no recovery at all. You just loop teleports forever. And just permanently be invincible. Hit the opponent once, teleport. Have fun doing that for 99 seconds. It's a nice meme though. I think the teleport works like Akuma's teleport too, so it might actually have variable amounts of time. Because I think she's going to a destination. So you might not even know when it ends. I didn't even realize that NBC2 had OTGs for a while until recently. I didn't understand how that worked, and I still don't really understand how it works. Some supers and certain attacks have like really long knockdowns where you just keep the hurt boxes. Yes, that's correct. One frame linking teleport over and over, and you're just permanently invincible. That's what happens when you have a teleport with no recovery frames. Yeah, the mashable ones you can like combo, right? You can get an OTG. Nice, it's gonna hit. Beautiful. X-Men vs Street Fighter looks like the grimiest fucking game every time I've seen it be played. Looks gnarly as hell. What a punish. Beautiful. No one's gonna go low there. I don't even know if she can go low on the second one. I don't think she can. Only for EX. I think only the third one can be low. There we go. That's probably gonna kill. Yeah. Difficult to live there. He might have lived if he blocked at all. Hard to say. He only stopped blocking for the last 2 hits. And those 2 hits killed him. Ugh, the right missed. Ibuki lost so much health for that too. Acho just uploaded a clip recently where, or not a clip, but like one of these Acho videos. They just uploaded one recently where the thumbnail is Yon doing the startup of SA2. And I really want to click. Oh, you did your cool dash, your red parry and your dash, and you even get a punish. Ibuki should win this 9 times out of 10. Yeah, because of the super. The health looked close, but Ibuki's super is just so good for that kind of thing. Yeah. Damn, everyone hates that super. I don't mind it. Just block it. Just beat her in the other parts of the match. I almost feel when I'm fighting Ibuki, I almost feel like I'm fighting a character without a super. It's because she can't use her super in a lot of the traditional stuff. That whole thing just exists in a different state than like most supers. Yeah, it might as well be unblockable. That's true, but it doesn't bother me, even considering that. I just down back and fucking hold it while I straight back and hold it. I'm surprised she didn't super. Trying to save the meter? Greedy as fuck. Super would be guaranteed kill there all 3 times. Oh, now you spend it. One time it doesn't fucking kill. Playing with fire a little bit, but her health is so high, there's no real danger. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. There's actually real danger here. Okay. If that overhead hit, it was GG. And it was a true mix-up with low short, which also would have been like GG. I don't think either one would have killed, but it created a mix-up scenario where it was like, you know, Dudley's favor to win. Ah, really hard to be ready for that parry. Very nice punish. Oh, look at that. She wanted to cross up and didn't get it, I think. I love how you can super jump cancel that even on block. Really interesting scenarios you can see. Oh my god. Okay, now you had your fun. Play the game. There you go. Might have been a link there. I don't think so. That overhead often gets a link, but that was, I think, standing Dudley. Not crouching. Me? My Dudley shit. What do you want me to do? Most of my knowledge in this game comes from tech, and Dudley's not much a character who benefits from tech. Oro is. Ugh. Nice and safe. And then the rider coming down, thinking Ken would parry, which is a very reasonable thing for Ken to do on the way down there. Excellent play by the Ibuki. That super is potentially unsafe in the corner, so she just did the unmashed version, light version unmashed. No real risk. Barring like a strange red parry, which I don't even know if that would have been a punish. Red parrying super 1 from Ibuki doesn't even often help you because the block stun is really short. It's like the same length as fucking parry freeze. Could be worse. Bev's pretty good. I played him recently and he got games on me. I don't remember how many. Nice. Ibuki SA1 actually has less hit stun than block stun. I believe that. That seems right. And less block stun than parry freeze. Ah yes, just eat the last hit to get your punish. Being that good at third strike is really hard. Wow. Very nice sequence. If Ibuki gets a few sequences in a row, she can blend you a little bit. A little bit of blender. Not a lot. A lot of characters in this game can blend you, such as Dudley. That was a low short again. Low short link. Stain Fierce just killed the kunai and the fucking jump. It's typical Ibuki can't get the jab strong Fierce oftentimes after a jump in. So they OS the jab strong short. You can do both at the same time. Get whichever one comes out. One is far only, the other one's close only. Wait, did what punish slide? I don't know. Nice. Whiff punish the penguin kick. Double parry by Ibuki, still got the punish. Love that sequence. Probably not usually. Nice. Even mash, Dudley couldn't get a punish there. Dudley's mid-range punishes are pretty much limited to supers, I think, if you want something fast there. Nice parry, nice grab. Wake up airborne something, and then gotch mixed on the way down. Oh, see, you parry and then Ken just cancels. He's like, nice parry, here's my light DP. Also, did he get double DP? I think he tried it, right, and he missed it. I fucking went back too far, didn't I? Double DP versus Ibuki is insanely hard. Even in the corner, you need the Kara, I think. And mid-screen, I think it doesn't work at all. Wow, Ken teched an air throw. Oh, that's one for the books. How often do you see that? Look at it. Beautiful. Oh my god, Ken teched an air throw. Woo! Every character in this game can tech air throws even if they don't have one. Can hit light kick and light punch together. What a read. He's like, yeah, you're gonna air throw me. I was playing Cruise one time and he teched my air throw and I was like, what the fuck is this? Teched it with the Arian. I already knew it was possible by that point, but it was just funny. Oh, those parries. Calm down, Ibuki. Yeah. And yeah. It's more of a novelty that he even thought to do it. It was a pretty good idea. Air throw would be the most typical thing Ibuki would do there. Most Ibuki players wouldn't think about the possibility of the opponent teching it. It's the most damage you can do in an air-to-air connect. The downside is that it's pretty slow. But after you air parry them, there's no danger of the startup not being there. Ibuki technically should have done an air heavy. Was the safest thing she could have done. The max damage. Air throw would have done more damage, but it would have been, less if it was teched. Which, the Ibuki player probably didn't anticipate. And timing on teching an air throw is also pretty tight because you don't have an air throw, so you gotta wait until you get thrown before you can tech it. It's not easy, but it's not hard. Harder than taking a throw on the ground a little bit. Nice. Big combo. Was that a far strong cancel? Well, strong because Dudley doesn't have proximity normals. Nice. Killer reactions. I was about to say how long is this video because I thought it was an hour. I've been going on forever, and we're like 2 minutes. Can't button cancel to ducking, cancel to super. You just start from back, and then you roll across the bottom, and you hit medium punch while you're rolling. You buffer it basically. You can do it without buffering, but it makes it a lot harder. Maybe I can make you better Dudley player. You hate to see it. Was that nerf throw? I think it was. Ibuki had a crazy read there and it didn't even fucking work. This should be death. That was a horrendous back jump by the Dudley. It was a mistake to let Ibuki jump. Oh, he just did it anyway. And then he raw confirmed ducking upper half, and do you see that? Nice jump. Very smart. Intelligent jump. And then he died anyway. That's the last one, right? Alright, here we go. This one's a different day, so we're probably going to have a different set of characters. Here's a Ken that's probably not the same Ken. Dudley that's probably not the same Dudley. Whoa! Only 2 hits. Not a huge deal. Dudley probably parried 3 times anyway. Damn, I just remember Banana Ken the player. Remember him? Whatever happened to him? There's a guy with like the name Chaos or something like that. Something Chaos. Whatever happened to him? I haven't even seen Chris Satarian play in forever. Does he still play Ken? He seems like he would still play Ken. He seems like a diehard. It was not Chaos Control. Online CPT. Whoa. Ken is still okay, I think. Maybe. I haven't seen Ken in so long. I can't remember the last time I fought a Ken. Yeah, I'm just looking at his toolset. He seems like he probably still works. A lot of people were kind of rating him with Ryu, and then Ryu got more buffs than he did. And the buffs Ryu got were more meaningful, and Ryu's still not really common. So I don't know. I don't think Ken was ever as weak as Ryu was. I like fucking Sakura more than Ken and Ryu. I like Akuma more than both of them too. I like Akuma than Sakura maybe. Akuma got nerfed and people lost faith in him, but I think he still works. Sakura is really good though. His HP DP is really absurd. It's scary though, you know? In the scenarios where it's not guaranteed. Even picking up punishes with it can be kind of scary if you're not sure. Like the big thing about it is it's got massive fucking range. But if it's like, oh well, at least HP DP will work here, and then you fucking do it and it doesn't work, and it's like, oh. Ken players are gorillas with the EX Tatsu as well. That shit is horrible on block. Ken players act like it can't be blocked. Chem players are gorillas in general. Wait, what was it? I missed it. Did something bizarre happen? I was thinking about the chat. Some weirdness. Hard kick into sway, was it? Did he do like a hard kick short swing blow or something? If Dudley's cornered, he can do hard kick into short swing blow. That, huh? That only works if Dudley's cornered. There aren't that many scenarios where it's guaranteed, but when it works, it's really strong. Really interesting little sequence. Urian's good, but I'm not impressed with Tokido's Urian, if I'm being honest. Every time I've seen Tokido kind of try and change characters, I don't think he has it the same way a lot of the other pros have it. He can obviously, like, he's obviously one of the most skilled players. But watching Daigo pick up, like, other characters, or watching, like, who's another one who does that really well? Sako, I guess? They adapt better to, like, a new face than Tokido does, I think. Tokido's Urian is really good. Punk. Punk is, like, the #1, I feel. Every character becomes Punk's main. Punk's skill is insane. He's legit one of the best players. I saw him playing recently, and I was like, I forgot how good you are. I feel like yes, he'd find a way. If he doesn't play it, then I'd win. I just meme him out with like unblockables, like not even super unblockables, just regular unblockables. I have a lot of really goofy unblockable setups that I just never do because they're not real. But if the opponent doesn't know that... Yeah. You can actually use SA2 for a hard knockdown and then do an EX Fireball unblockable in some contexts, which is pretty funny. I've done that before. It's good in the corner versus some characters in some scenarios. It depends on the screen position. You can do like, if you have a terrible screen position, you can make them bounce on a super and then like do an EX Fireball. Alright, let me watch this. It's going to be like completely like offsides. You guys won't even be able to see it. But I'll be able to see it, and that's the important thing. Alright. Fairly bog standard. This is, what is he doing? That's easier to, I don't know. I have mixed feelings on that. It's wasting more meter. It's like doing less damage. And it's, okay, whatever. This is not what I was talking about. It's funny, though. Spending more meter to do less damage with an easier parry. There are times when you need to do that. Against characters where you've got a terrible screen position, but you can't jump over them in the corner. You can do you can do a bad super into a meaty EX Fireball with a jump over. Oh, he missed the confirm. The sand jab whiffed. That confirm's pretty demanding. Oof, probably didn't want that. Is that really max damage? Once again, the Dudley just did light machine gun blow into short swing blow. I thought you could get a bunch of light machine gun blows and get a lot higher damage. Nice roundhouse. It is hard against Shotos, yeah. But a lot of Dudleys do it anyway. It's like a 2-frame window, I think. It might be 1 frame. It's pretty tight. If you drop it, you can pick it up a different way. If you get like the wrong hit. Kuni playing like Denshin Ryu. I feel like he used to always pick SA1 or something. But now, every time I've seen him recently, it's been SA3. SA3 is the way to go for Ryu, I think. The others aren't bad, but SA3 is just better against like the whole cast. Ugh. Yeah, I think that's like the end of Ryu. You know what I mean? That's like where you end up if you play Ryu long enough. You end up on Denshin. It's been a very slow trend towards that across all Ryu players. Now pretty much every Ryu plays Denshin. They used to be about equally common. Actually, SA1 used to be the most common, I'm pretty sure. And SA3 was like the... It was seen as like kind of a meme, but like a meme with some potential. It was like, it's a gimmick super, but it's a strong gimmick, you know what I mean? Nice. Didn't even take the air there. Instead, just waited for the landing mix. Hugo players be like, low short, low forward. Hi. Oh, what a punish. Or what a combo. Why is he picking SA1 here? It's not bad. I rarely see that versus Hugo, that's weird. SA1 does appreciably more damage with a slightly longer bar. And fewer stocks. I was going to say it might be something for anti-airs, but honestly SA3 is a better anti-air than SA1. Ugh. Nice Ryu, just fucking doing like pokes and buttons. He hasn't landed a 2-hit combo this whole round, I don't think. Just a whole bunch of normals. Kuni casuals. Perhaps next time. Who uploaded? Araki third strike. Oh no. Yeah, he's just doing that combo every time. Nice. Oh, the early fight a new rival. You'd love to see it. There's like a 1-frame window if you hit start. Or it's like pretty small, I don't know if it's 1 frame. Where you can hit start and get it to the now fight a new rival before the scores show up. The donkey kick? We saw a replay doing that over and over earlier. It was really strange. You would go for a parry and then just do a raw donkey kick and it would keep on missing the punish because it was too slow. It's a really strange mistake to make too. Because when you parry and then hit a button, it buffers the button. So you can't do it too early or anything. That would have been an okay time to Denjin. The fireball was a bit early. He probably just chickened out because of that. Ooh. Throw is not a great time to go for Denjin, honestly. It kind of leaves the opponent too close to you. If you back them into the corner, it's fine. You had to throw the Denjin early there because it was kind of an ugly time. time. That's the safest thing to do. Wow. DP neutral. I can't tell Ryu's DPs apart. That might have been medium. Might have been light. Ryu's light DP is taller than Ken's, I know that. Alright, Denshin here, great. Yep. He actually did it later than probably I would have done it. Did a little walk back first, maybe to be safe against SF3. I want Ryu to do double fireball. I want Ryu to have fireball corner combos. I wish fireball had a big old float when it hit people midair. I think they did that in forward strike or something. He had like juggles into fireball and then out of it. It was really cool. Ryu's fireball is red, EX fireball, and it kind of feels like they should do something with that. But I think functionally, Ryu's EX fireball is almost identical to Ken's. The frame did is a bit better. A smidge less recovery. Ooh. But you really want it to be a lot better, you know what I mean? Should do more damage or something. I think they do about the same damage. I don't actually remember. Maybe Ryu's is stronger. In third strike, they made it so Ken's EX fireball didn't knock down, right? I mean, not third strike in SF4. Actually, I don't remember. Did it knock down? I legit do not remember. Maybe it did knock down. That would be a nice difference between them, though. They should have kept his meterless red fireball, maybe. That would have been kind of cool. Now I don't even remember if SF5 Ken's fireball EX fireball knocks down. I don't think it does. It might in-trigger. Wow, what's that MC jump low short super? You love to see it. A lot of characters have that as like a pseudo confirm. It's not a confirm at all, it's just people probably won't be blocking low. But you see that from like Alex, you see that from like Elena. Kirky got a bunch of light machine gun blows. Oh no, what are we talking about? Oh wait, what am I? Something I did. What did I do? I don't know what combo we're talking about. Oh yeah, I got 3 light machine gun blows. Yeah, I'm a god. Oh, the big old forward spheres. You love to see it. That button's not very good. Ah, you're quite welcome. It's a great game, isn't it? Play third strike, it's a good game. I once told people the lore of that video, and now I don't even remember the lore. I forget who it was. It was someone, they were drunk. Don't die. Okay. Damn, that's a pretty good sequence even on block. Stamina, short swing blow. Oh yeah, it was Ram. Ram was drunk. Nice. Get squished. Stay medium punch. He's right. Third strike is a good game. He said nothing wrong. He told no lie. What a fucking confirm. He was just ready. He's like, if this hits, I super. Unfortunately, Hugo has like no good normal to go through there. You wish he just had a medium that super canceled, like fucking low strong or something. Unfortunately, his only super cancels are like fucking lights and clap. It's a very sad state for Hugo players. Those normals are just fucked. There are a lot of normals that just basically only have like a weird neutral use or do nothing. Special moves are pretty good. Oh, there you go. That would hit very badly for SA3, but that would work quite well for SA1. Big point for SA1 right there. What the fuck? Anti-air low fierce sucks. That move is honestly trash. Even in its most intended use, it still sucks. Stameranos didn't punish that lariat? Holy shit. Dudley sucks in that scenario. Maybe Super would have punished or ducking Super. Does Hugo not have a punish for ducking upper? I'm sure he could have done raw Super. But look at that. Looking kind of nice. Gah! That might kill. Okay. Hugo So's do a lot of damage. Athena had really cool fireball combos in KF13, but also every combo in KF13 was cool. So, you know. I don't remember that many Athena players, though. I remember Justin Wong played Athena. It's pretty funny. I think Justin Wong plays Athena in every KOF. I think he just likes her. I think that's Justin at his core. I think Justin as a person likes to play that kind of character. Oh, Yuri butt combos, of course. Yuri had really cool combos with the Demon Flip, too. I loved her mid-screen Demon Flip combo. Oh, I fell out. No quick stand there. You can't do it at all. Super. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm saying. He likes to play a girl who can sit back and throw fireballs and just be lame. Justin plays the lamest girl. That's where he really shines as a player, I feel. Must have went for it. That was obviously going to chip. I would have tried to parry on like hit 3 or something. I don't know when I would have done it, but I would have tried. Rufus was seen as a huge break from form, and then he kind of didn't have a form for a while after that. He could just play anything, because he's skilled enough to do whatever he wants. But like, back when he used to, like, you know, back in the day, he used to play just exclusively Turtley in a lot of games. With the Chun-Li and the Storm and stuff like that. I get hyped for Hungry Box. I'm that same way a little bit, but I don't usually play those characters. Optimal Punish. Did that combo? I feel like it didn't. It looked kind of late. It didn't combo, I knew it. Ugly. He could have supered too. Mature juggles are gnarly as fuck. They're really fun. She gets the best abuse out of anywhere juggle of like anyone in the game. Oh wait, Mature? No, I was thinking of Ice. What the fuck? Are you thinking of Ice? Mature did slashes and stuff. Hi. Vice gets the best abuse out of anywhere juggle of anyone in the game. Mature? I don't even remember if she had any. Good confirm. Oh, he didn't do enough running. I hate that. That's a really annoying part of Hugo. There's like a built-in micro run there. Basically, from basically any clap, you can get an SA3 combo. But depending on where the opponent is, you have to hold the punch button for a certain amount of time. If you hold it for too long, it falls out. If you hold it for not enough time, the first hit whiffs. Ugh. Yeah, SA3's range, you wish it was a lot better. It's not horrible, and it's cool that he can adjust it by like holding the button. Another thing that's annoying is if he holds the button at all, the super has no invincibility. That looks like it'll kill. Wow. What was that? EX Machine Gun or something? He probably got an accident. Maybe an EXDP. I had a really strange dream this morning, but I don't remember what it was. But I remember like being really engrossed in some bullshit and then having to remind myself that none of it was real when I woke up. Oh, I dreamed I was on a 7-hour bus ride or a train ride, and then I got to my destination and someone stole my like suitcase. And I was like desperately looking for it and hoping someone would turn it in or something like that. And I was like, oh my god, did anyone see anyone run off with a suitcase? And then I woke up and I remembered I didn't go anywhere. And like I was like stressed out for a little while after waking up for at least like 5 minutes. I was like, fuck. I hope that can resolve peacefully. And it was already resolved, motherfucker. I woke up. I never lost my suitcase. I don't even have a suitcase. I literally do not own a suitcase. But it just left me feeling fucking stressed for a while. Like it was something unresolved I had to deal with. Yeah, it was Koichi in the beginning of part 5. Except I had no stand to help me get it back. Man, part 5 really was you play as the villain. I forgot about that whole thing. Giorno was just the bad guy there. Just outright. He was just the bad guy. Why are you kidding me? You've never fucking seen Third Strike Ken? So that medium punch Shippu is like, you've got like an hour. It's like literally his easiest super link. Oh, he dropped it. And he didn't do the right pickup. Crouch medium punch is harder, but it's better. Said medium punch doesn't have as good. The red parry. That's the one. I made the video on that. It's now my favorite red parry because I made a video on it. Nice. I've won that exact way versus a Ken player. Where we're both at spec health and I jump in, they do heavy DP and then I parry it. And then I kill them. It's such a satisfying way to win. Ah. Sandstrong just whiffed. Anyway, depending on the matchup, Ken Strong is not the greatest button in the world. Low strong is harder to whiff punish, and also I think it recovers a bit faster. It's a better counter poke. So even though the link is a bit harder, it's a more useful confirm. Hard DP is Urian, and crouch hard punch him to kill. Cross me up with the DP, crouch hard punch hit the wrong way, and I died. Yeah, I always do a micro walk there actually. Either backwards or forwards, depending on where I am. But I play Oro and Oro's launchers way faster. The difference between Oro's and Urian's launchers is like night and day. Oro's is like a million times better. On the plus side, Urian can do his anywhere on the screen, which is occasionally useful. Sometimes you want Oro's launcher, but the opponent is just not right up in your ass where they need to be for it to work. There are literally ranges where Oro gets far medium punch and close medium kick from the same spot, which is pretty funny. The reason it's like that is because they programmed the close range for each move individually. Because there are ranges where close medium punch would whiff, but close medium kick would hit. So at those ranges you get the far medium punch, but the close medium kick. Nice. Love that anti-air. Super is more common there, but EXTP works. Oh, my favorite. It's an Elena. Oh, isn't that a great feeling when you have a good dream and you wake up and then you go to sleep and then you're back in the dream again? I pulled that off a few times. It's difficult. Oh, what it fell out. I thought that always worked. Is it because he hit an extended limb? Or more likely it's because it's crouching Elena. And just some nonsense happened because crouching Elena is really small. I'm willing to bet that Dudley stand roundhouse into EX machine gun blow is not a combo on all characters. And crouching Elena is one of the ones where I would think it would fall out. Usually that's very reliable in terms of like distance. So it's probably an issue of height. Nice. That's gonna kill. Whoa, this archive is from Christmas Day. That's a huge mood right there. Going to the arcade on Christmas Day and playing some Elena. I think I spent all Christmas Day playing Cruise of all people on Third Strike. It did not go as well as I would have liked. The last few times I played Cruise, I smashed him. But this time I played a long set against him, and I started smashing him, and then by the end of it, I was losing, and it was just like, wow. I would have liked to. I would have liked to live in the world where I've gotten appreciably better and can now beat Cruz. But once he fixed his face, he was still better than me. Sad days. I certainly did a lot better than I used to. In the early days, I would fight Cruz and I would like get smushed like a little bug. And this time I was winning. By the end of it, I was winning about 1 out of 3, which is pretty lame. At the beginning, I got to like 11 while he was still at like 5, and then I started getting ass fucked. Not the good way. Look at all that meter. This is going to be really difficult. Dudley's going to go for, okay, I was going to say our Raw Dog Super pretty soon. That's pretty scary, actually, because if Elena did parry the Raw Dog Super, she would win. It would just be like low parry or low strong super, and Dudley didn't have enough health to live through that. Damn, easy come, easy go. Sometimes you get Elena's and they just disappear. I slept in on Christmas Day for the first time in like a zillion years. It might have been the first time in my life I slept in on Christmas Day. My brother gets super fucking hype around Christmas time because he was born on December 26th. So his birthday and Christmas are like at the same time. Nice. And every year he gets like fucking this huge Christmas mood and like fucking wakes everyone up at like 6 a.m. to fucking open presents and bullshit like that. Just who my brother is as a person. 12:01. Your family does it like a crazy extreme. It's funny. Open Christmas before you open presents before you go to bed. Anyway, due to various events in the world, my brother was actually not over for Christmas this year, so it was like the first Christmas I spent without my brother. And so I got to sleep in. Woke up at like fucking 10 a.m. or something, 12. My brother's not a gamer. My brother has almost no interest in video games. Both my parents had no interest in video games too. Like literally no one in my family knows what a video game is. I'm the only one. I get the feeling my mom is a little confused at what I do on the internet. And maybe even worried. But she sees that I'm pulling in money doing it, so she's like, whatever. I think a little bit she's probably concerned that, like, because she introduced me to video games pretty much. She, like, fully enabled me. Oh, baby. That parry timing is irregular, too. That's what makes it extra nice. It's not a hard parry, once you get the first one. But, the timing is like dot, 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 dot. It's like that. Okay, I didn't do it quite right, but we just saw it, so whatever. The third hit is, like, different. Third and fourth. Anyway, my mom enabled me to get into video games. She like got a lot of early consoles for me. I was unhappy as a kid for like a lot of my childhood, to be honest. And video games were like oh, I love that juggle. Video games were like the one thing that brought me a lot of joy. And my mom, like, you know, eventually kind of gave in and just got me a lot of video game stuff. Kind of an expensive hobby, unfortunately, for my parents. It was like anti-cross up EX DP and then like stand strong DP, some bullshit. Nice, excellent parry, excellent punish. That's not gonna hit. Optimal. This should dizzy. Sad. Sad. Sad, sad, sad. Hugo had a free win there. He had several. That actually hit only on the second hit. How did Dudley how did Dudley live through Hugo's crutch jab at this HP? Why are Light Normal so shit in third strike? The clap to EX Lariat is actually kind of hard. Oh my god. Oh my god. What a round. Yeah, good play by the Dudley, but at the same time, Jesus. It is good. Towards medium kick is more typically used. There's guts in Dead Strike, but Crookie was talking about how extreme it was there. But also, light normals are just insanely weak in this game for what it's worth. I don't know what they were thinking with light normal damage in this game. It's just like really low. Light normals are almost exclusively used for like speed or confirming. There's no excuse for them to be as weak as they are. This game is mostly played with mediums and heavies. That was a huge shift for me when I first started playing SF4 because lights ruled the day in SF4. SF5 is mostly a medium game. When I see CBS2, I usually see people mashing heavies in that game. It's always like heavy pokes. It's like every button is Sagat Crutch Fierce. Ah, no, you did it. You called me bad. My one lament. It's username. Oh, that actually hit the shoot down backbreaker. No, light should be a little stronger, I feel. I like that they don't link to anything. Combo wise, I like the way lights work. Azzy Loozy. I see it. Yeah. I'm not very afraid of Hugo's lights, to be frank. It's Urian. That's kind of cool. When I think of buttons I'm afraid of from Urian, I mean not Urian, Hugo, it's usually stand medium punch, low medium kick, and low medium punch. And then clap. Those are the buttons I don't like. Low medium punch, I often have Hugo players like tag my fucking fireball, so that shit's fucking annoying. Oro's fireball has one of the most abusable extended hurt boxes of anything I've ever seen. Also, unfortunate. Urian tried to get some kind of Oh yeah. I love these juggles. Love these juggles. Beautiful. Spend it. Yeah, fuck it. Spend it. What was I saying? Oh, Aura's Fireball is the single easiest thing in the entire game to whiff punish. Not whiff punish. That's the wrong word. To like counter hit. To hit the extended hurt box of big starter. Nah, you hate to see it. S seems really good in Blaze Blue. I was watching like S in a few tournaments recently. Just lingering hurt boxes everywhere, hit boxes everywhere. Really? It's like she has what's her face? The girl with the hairpin and the hair from fucking Guilty Gear. Why can't I not think of her name? Blonde. Just fucking blank face. Someone help me out. I'm helpless. I can't think of it. Milia. I got her. S has like Milia, but like on everything. You know what I mean? Got like Milia meaties. Oh. EX mirror? No. Denjin's looking pretty scary. Nice full charge Denjin. Oh, you hate to see it. It was actually a poorly timed Denjin. Didn't get all the hits. Does she not have hairpin anymore? Did they take that out? Is that just not a thing anymore? That was like the staple of her character in my mind, back in the old games. Oh, she just lost it in Strive. She has it in Exerd. She's always had Disco Key, hasn't she? Wow, what kind of meaty was that? I actually have no idea what the fuck that was. Was that literally just to catch Ryu trying to parry a fucking dive kick? That's such a strange thing to do. The character seems simpler in Strive. I'm not playing it, but that's what it looks like. The characters look like they've been boiled down to their gimmicks. Oh. He did low strong trying to link and he missed it. I assume that's what he was trying to do. He might have been trying for a low strong cancel. Just do a juggle. Okay, thank you. What is this? I'm pretty sure his fucking punish would have just almost killed there. Alex. Interesting matchup. Don't see this one too often. I don't think this matchup is on paper a counter pick. But like realistically I probably see on win like 70 or 80% of the time here. Oof. Oh, there was a pick up there. It was hard though. Actually, I don't know if it was hard. It's probably just towards spheres and then shoulder stuff. I don't know. Yeah, it seems like most characters have way fewer special moves. I'm not playing it. But, oh, I got a gift. I can't look at it because it's in the back. As you sent me a gift. What could it be? Time for me to turn down a gift live on stream. Went for the red parry. It's a good red parry to go for. It's gonna be like one of the old Guilty Gears. And I'll open it never. Are the old Guilty Gears on Steam? It's gonna be Strive, which I already own. Don't buy me games. Buy me games if they're King of Fighters 14. I mean 15. Am I rooting for Yon? I feel like I might be. I've been watching so much Dudley, I kind of want to see what the Yon can pull. Was that a deliberate thing? It kind of looked deliberate. He got a real cross-up. Was that some kind of bizarre corpse hop that he was going to go into a meaty from? That's so gimmicky, but like, if there was something real there, that's crazy. Punish. You basically have to hold this mix up, and he got a nice early throw. Short swing blow? Yen actually didn't get very much damage at all there. He should have just gone for a regular juggle, maybe. The skills. Characters are a bit boiled down in SF5 compared to SF4. But not so much as you'd probably think. There's definitely a lot less combo variety, but it's more like the characters are going for, like, it's like they took away all the useless combos, but the optimal combos are still there, if that makes sense. And the optimal combos are a lot easier. Oh, this should do a lot. Pretty strong sequence, too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 I didn't think that would kill. That was really nice. That was a great convert. He dropped a lot of converts early on. I was like, what's going on here? But now my opinion has been completely shifted. What? He missed the up kicks. Nice little dive kick combo. That was a that was kind of a funny ender. Yeah, that seems kind of good. Depends on how well they did it. It feels in SF5 like most moves are very useful. When a move is useless, it kind of stands out. Like, people like to talk about, like, Mika's B skills or Zangief's fucking counter throw thing. Because they do feel really weak, and it's strange that they feel as weak as they do. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, these are really garbage. But, like, almost every normal, almost every special move, almost every version of every special move is used for, like, the whole cast, which is pretty cool. It's all about figuring out the right times to do the moves. Oh, a little early, maybe? I don't know. There are a lot of things that aren't even that good, but they're kind of noob killers. Not a lot, but like a few. Maybe like Kemi V skill 1 is not very good at high level. But you can kind of catch people off guard at low level. Ugh. Alright, this is a Yun who really likes resets in Gene. Most Yuns hate that. Most Yuns cash out during Gene. They just do a few block normals, just enough to keep the opponent guessing. And then command grab into juggle until the opponent's knocked over. It's very strange to see these resets. It's very atypical Yun play. If a reset pans out, you can get a lot of meter back at the end of the Gene. Wow! He successfully did it. He got the super out. That's quite risky to go for because you can get hit during the motion. Basically, the thing about Kemi V skills, you can literally hit it on reaction to it. It has that much startup. If Kemi does it, you can literally just press any button. And by any button, I mean like a light or a medium. And there's no like combo into it or confirm with it or anything like that. She can't combo it. Doesn't cancel from anything. It's not a great fireball punish. You have to do it on a read for a fireball. You can't do it on reaction to a fireball. And the problem with doing it as a read is that the opponent, if they don't throw a fireball, they can just hit any button on reaction. Kemi doesn't have the health that she can, like, you know, kind of take those risks. And she already has really good fireball punishes with EX drill. So you really don't need the V skill. The V skill's free. In fact, the V skill's good because it builds meter, builds V meter. But it's just, yeah. It's too committal. VS2 is better in most contexts. VS2 is not very good either. but it's better. BS2 is like a shimmy, but like she can already shimmy by walking. But like the BS2 shimmy is different because she can cancel into it. And it has a crush counter, which is kind of cool. You can potentially get quite a lot of V meter from the BS2. I'm alright. They are very boring, yeah. Kemi's like V system is very uninteresting, which is a shame because she's like one of the most played characters in the history of the game. Kemi would probably fit nicely in Third Strike, sadly. This is a very strong starter. This is going to do a lot of damage. That's like the dream starter for Yon. Well, Palm is like the dream starter for Yon, but you never see that. But look at Dudley's health bar, and Dudley doesn't have low health either. Look at that. Wait, let me get the whole combo. So it's just like from this meaty. Look at this health. I'm going to put the mouse on the fucking health bar. Someone asked me that recently, and that was my answer. Someone was like, what character do you want in Third Strike? And I said, look at that. He lost to over half his health. This is Dudley health. Someone asked what character I wanted in Third Strike, and I said, Vega or Rose. I get that question a lot, and I thought about it, and I gave answers I don't normally give. There aren't a lot of dedicated poking characters in Third Strike. There's a couple. That'd be kind of interesting to see. I want a character with some nice limbs. Rose poking around with her scarf, or Vega poking around with his claw. It'd be fun. Yeah, Lena has limbs, Necro has limbs. That's probably another big one I'm thinking of. Oro has some nice limbs. Who else? Chun-Li. Yeah, Chun-Li's a dedicated Pokken character. That's like the big ones, I think. It's those four. Maybe 12, I guess. 12's got a few limbs here and there. Not that many, actually. 12 is a little bit less limby than you would think. Urian's limbs are not great. They're not horrible. But I guess he can come to the limb party. Honorary limmer. One limmy fellow. God, I have to scroll down so far to get some fucking Third Strike. And I found some. What is this fucking view? Give me the default view. This is still big. Why is it so big? I gotta figure this out. Time out. Nobody go anywhere. What if I did this? That's wrong too. They like changed the resolution. What? It looks right. It's a mystery. It's fixed. I fixed it somehow. Did Reflect work on supers in this game? Mirror works on some. It'll work on like Akuma Super 1 or Ryu Super 1. Other projectile supers, it depends on the super. Denjin drills through it. It stops Denjin a little bit, and then Denjin eventually just goes through the other side. I don't know about like low hit Denjins, actually. I don't know what happens if you do like a one hit Denjin into the mirror. Chun-Li SA1 is not a true fireball. I think Chun-Li SA1 just dispels mirror, but not instantly maybe. Ryu Super, I think it removes hits from, I think it removes a hit from supers, that it bounces back. And Ryu's, the first hit of Ryu Super is the one that knocks down. So if you actually don't get hit by the first hit of Ryu Super, it doesn't cause a knockdown. Like if you block and then try to red parry. Oh, Rose Reflect in 4, yeah. It worked on most of them. But there weren't that many like super fireballs. It was like Ryu. Rose. Oro Super Booger. The Oro, like the EX SA2, will destroy mirrors. Regular SA2 gets bounced back by mirrors. And that's actually very useful for Urian, because it lets him avoid corner unblockable stuff. SF5 Urian can bounce back a full charged Dalsum Super, and it looks hilarious. It also does massive damage. I feel like I once saw that in a real match and it was like funny. The Dalsum did like got a dizzy and then did a full charge super, and Urian successfully shook out and did like up mirror. It was like some bullshit like that, and then bounced back the super. I don't remember if it hit or not, but there was like some weird nonsense. Oh, it's gonna hit super. Oh, he didn't have it. There was nothing to do there. It was just a mix-up scenario. Is that real? Yeah, I think Abigail can also bounce back that super now you mention it. It's almost a novelty that Dalsum can charge the super. It's very difficult for Dalsum to get a dizzy anyway, but it's especially difficult for Dalsum to get a dizzy without spending any bar. And dizzy's like the only time you would ever do a full charge super. It's actually pretty good in neutral. That's the funny thing. That's like the secret Dalsum players don't want you to know. Is Dalsum super in neutral and then teleport mix up is like real. Most Dalsum players will never do it because you're just potentially throwing away a massive amount of meter. Yes, you can charge Dalsum super. I'm pretty sure you can also do Dalsum super midair if you want some extra novelty. You can also do Bison super midair. I remember I had that in a video and everyone freaked out. Everyone was like, what? Have you ever had a Bison player jump in at you and air super right as you went into air? It is simply the worst feeling. That's grimy. They should take it out of the game. I think there's a context where he can do jump in stomp, and if he sees the stomp is guaranteed, he can like super cancel it. There's something like that. There's some like weird kind of thing Bison can do with that. Problem X is the kind of guy who would pull out some shit like that. He's a wild man. Anyway, Dalsum super resets are crazy scary actually because of the teleport. He can teleport right before it hits you. He's got the same mix-up he's got with his fireballs, except it's way harder to get out of the way of the super compared to a fireball. That would be kind of cool. I'm a little sad that Dalsum kind of stole that super from Oro because it feels like it could have been an Oro super. But at the same time, Onibi is free. At the same time, I've basically got SA2 but free. I like can never complain. Because that was crazy cool. They did not need to give him that. And it's one of his best features, is that V-Skill 1. That shit's mad good. Oh god, I'm remembering fucking combos after Akuma Super. He actually still has some combos after Super, but they're all very specific. I usually play VS2 Oro right now. I pick VS1 depending on the matchup. But I kind of like VS2 just because it's less play. I want to walk my own walk. I think VS1's better. Comboing after Akuma Super is insanely practical if you know the setups, but the setups are less common than they used to be. Like, you used to just get it after any, like, medium super into, uh, I mean, medium DP into super in the corner. But now I think that's trigger only, and it only gets one hit. Or, like, he had, like, back fierce into super in the corner. I think that still works. Oh, it might be trigger only as well. They, like, nerfed it a lot compared to what it used to be. It used to be insane. He used to have just, like, jump in 600 damage combos. Or more, like 700. I don't know if it was ever 700. It was a lot, though. That was double parry into button. Oh, very cool. Yeah, just like Balrog's. Aura's VS2 is actually very much like Balrog's VS1 in a lot of ways. Except they kind of took away the best part of Balrog's VS1, which is kind of lame. Like, Balrog's VS1 is pretty good, but the thing about it that really truly makes it amazing is how good of a fireball punish it is. Meanwhile, Aura's just here like, yeah, what? Dodge fireballs, huh? Unfortunately, you can only link into low jab after the V skill overhead. But on the plus side, low jab into stones actually gives you shit as Zoro. Fun fact. Like, you can link low strong after that, I think, or something. Yeah, if the kick version was -2, that'd be great, but also I would spam it, so, you know, maybe it's better for everyone that it's -4. It's still quite good as a poke. It fills a space that Oro doesn't have filled. The range where B-skill kick is well spaced is a range where Oro has nothing besides that. So it's actually kind of good to pick that up. It's like, that's better than the punch, actually, I feel. There's a lot of neutral use to that I think isn't well explored. Unfortunately, I feel like there's a huge, like... It would go from too good to too bad almost instantly from that shift from -2 to -4. You know what I mean? Common extensions is the main reason I use it. That's actually insanely good. He gets quite a lot of extra damage on everything. He gets higher damage on his regular B&Bs, and he gets higher damage on his, like, kind of ranged B&Bs. You got two different combos that both use that. You also get V-meter during every confirm, which is pretty nice. But VS1 is much better for getting V-meter in neutral. I think neither of them canceled a trigger, which is pretty lame. That's something I would like. I would really like. If I could change Aura, one of the changes I would do is V-skill kick into trigger. That would be very nice for him. Wow. Anti-air down run traded. Surprised that even worked. That actually, like, it was an anti-air low roundhouse that hit an airborne opponent. Yeah. You've got to do medium kick, medium punch until, like, V-skill overhead, I think. I forget that's a thing, though. I usually never do that. Yeah, that's something that SF5 did well, I think. That was a thing that Tekken did pretty well. That Street Fighter always sucked at, I think. And then Street Fighter 4 kind of fixed it a little bit. I mean, Street Fighter 5 fixed it a bit. Is that the risk reward was fucked in a lot of scenarios. A lot of characters could get borderline max damage stuff from very small openings. Like being an Akuma player getting fucking low jabs, close fierce into light Tatsu into heavy DP. You got barely any scaling on that. And it's just starting from a 3 frame. And it's literally his B&B. You know? Just from a fucking low jab. It's not even a hard link. Nice. Very nice. Now, for most characters, you get much lower damage and also garbage Oki in -4 scenarios. It depends on the character, though. Kemi can still just fucking drill you and just get great Oki, and it's like, okay. Thanks, Kemi. I don't even get a knockdown as Zoro when I get a -4 punish. Unless I spend, like, meter on a fucking... Unless I do a hit grab, which it doesn't even always work. Or I spend meter on EX hit grab, which generally works, but, you know, I gotta spend a bar. I wish I could do fucking... I understand why I can't do EX fucking Oro Kick, but... Man, if I could do EX Oro Kick, that'd be swell. Unfortunately, EX Oro Kick only comes from staying short of Oro Slight normals. And that's a 5 frame. Kareen gets... Yeah, Kareen's very blessed. Kareen gets like borderline max damage shit from her light normals. She's actually probably got the best light normal conversions of any character. Because she gets instant Tenko. She literally gets like her B&Bs from lights. She's like the only character like that too, which is funny. There are certain characters who can get a sort of B&B from light. Oh yeah, I guess full presidential G. With the fucking everything. Yeah, Ryu in VT1 gets nice stuff. Low jab, stand strong stuff. Certain characters, if you're like close and you get a Chun-Li crutch jab, you can do like crutch jab, stand strong, lift forward or something like that. And then you still get like crazy high damage. It's not crazy high. No, like Chun-Li's damage is not that crazy. But you know, she gets like borderline max damage stuff. She gets her borderline B&Bs. Yeah, it's a pretty good buff. Meh. Kareen's lights are like par for the course, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember them being particularly short. Most lights are kind of garbage in terms of range. Low short not being cancelable is super lame. I made a whole video on that about what that does to the meta. It makes walk back really fucking good. Is that every fucking... There's no real like way to make a threatening low besides low forward trigger. Unfortunately, almost every character has low forward trigger and a meaningful conversion from it. But it's very telegraphed when that's available. I don't know if I like or hate what that does to, like, neutral. I might like it, actually. It's different, though. It's very different. Even if you could cancel more low shorts, you wouldn't have a whole lot to do for most characters. You would just have the same conversions you have from, like, low jab, which is usually nothing. The light that would be broken if it's special cancelable. I can't think of one. Thinking about the best low short in the game, it's probably Chun-Li's, and it's already cancelable. Can also short cancels to stand strong. Nice little meme cancel right there. There aren't a lot of safe things that combo from lights in the game. Just flat out. Walk back would be much worse if not for that. Nice whiff punish. Yeah, most fireballs don't come up from lights. I think Ryu's EX fireball does. But like almost all fireballs don't come up from lights. Nice. Very aggressive. It might be. Rashid's crutch light kick, that's the one I like. Okay, that one for sure. If Rashid's like crutch light kick canceled, he would be a god. That shit goes further than a medium. If he had cancels into light Eagle Spike, that shit would be crazy. Oh, does that really work? He tried to punish it with a jump. I'll have you know that Q has 3. Maybe it is 2 actually, isn't it? Close jab and close forward. Oh my god. Why is Q like this? I counted Elena's recently. She has more than I thought. You got the first hit of stand strong, which is not very good. Low strong, which is quite good. Stand short, which is okay. Stand jab, which is garbage. I don't remember if low jab worked. And then low short. Most of those are pretty useless. The best ones are low short, stand short, and low strong. Alex low short cancels. It's just useless. It only combos into either SA2 or EX knee. Or are we talking about SF5 Alex? SF5 Alex has no cancelable lows. You've got low forward V trigger too. Nice little meme. It's kind of a garbage sequence, but Alex players treat it like it's good. That's my favorite frame in the game, by the way. Dudley with his fucking head sideways. Close jab EX slap works. I didn't even know that. Highlight my message 170 poop. Bless. Yeah, all characters were not created equal in this game when it comes to combos. You figured it out. Broke the code. Look how squished she is. Who did this to her? I can't believe someone would squish Moko just like that. For no reason. Low jab links to super. I don't think it cancels. It's like a one frame link into his SA2. It might cancel. Is that a failed super or failed ducking or something? Oh, you can cancel it too. Alright, well the link probably gives you time to confirm. The cancel won't. It's gonna be a really tight confirm though. Dudley's a pretty fun character to watch if you love third strike juggles, but not as good as Mr. Aura. Everyone's favorite. You love juggles, Aura's the one you want. That does sound like a sick combo. What the fuck? Urian and Dudley are boring. Aura has the most variety of juggles of any character in this game, free. I have like, I have literally dozens of practical juggles I go for different scenarios. Oh, he could have come down parrying. I understand why he didn't, but he could have. There are lots of cool Aura juggles. I have some very zany ones that I never do. Forbidden Aura juggles. There's a few. There's first hit of Aura stand medium punch times 6 is an extremely forbidden juggle. I almost recorded a clip of me doing that, and then I almost finished, and then a CIA guy like snuck up behind me and threw a bag over my head. Deleted the file. Forwood, I remember him. Snake Eyes, I remember him. Did he just take a break from fighting games, or was he playing SF5 very quietly? He seemed like someone who didn't really like SF5, if memory serves. But I don't think Zangief is his flavor anymore. I think you would have to play someone else. I think he might like Kage. Forwood was always a Tekken player, wasn't he? Pretty sure I've seen Forwood play Tekken like literally over a decade ago. Damn, I almost feel a little bad for him. He was such a good SF4 player. Imagine just being in a position where you don't like any of the current fighting games. Nice. Yo, I love Dudley, but this is a lot of Dudley. People, oh, I always hear that, dude. I used to get that a lot. I thought liking something and thinking you liked it were the same thing, to be honest. There's people just projecting their fucking dislike onto others. At this point, I've logged in more hours in SF5 than SF4. On Steam, it's like night and day. It's like 2,000 versus 3,000 hours. But I played a lot of SF4 before Steam. SF4 was a lot of ups and downs for me. There's a lot of stuff I hate about SF4, and then a lot of stuff I love about it. I don't really like the pace of the matches. Even with as good as I got, I never really felt like I was in control. I do like SF4 Omega, yeah. SF4 Omega gives me more of that control-y feeling. Elena exerts a lot of control, too. I don't think I ever liked SF4 more than SF3 at any point. There have definitely been points where I liked SF5 more than SF3. I think I'm back to liking SF3 more, but it's hard. SF3 is the only SF with a good juggle system. I agree. Yeah, I agree. The JP, the juggle point system of SF4 and 5 is kind of weak. It's not very interesting. Yeah, it forces all juggles to be kind of programmed in. There's like no unintended juggles. It's a bit strong. There's very few unintended juggles. There's not much room for unintended juggles to be more accurate. SF4, SF5 juggles just work on the same exact mechanics as SF4. They didn't change anything. They were just more exact about the way that juggle points work. There's fewer moves with juggle points. I'll just go play Rising Thunder where every move juggled, but you only had 5 hits of juggle. Isn't that how that worked? Surprisingly freeform. I don't know if it was good though. Because I didn't play. Street Fighter Cross Tekken had a fun juggle system. Unfortunately, it was held back by the scaling system. But it was interesting at least. And you saw juggles all the time, because boost combos all led to juggles. So every character had like an incoming juggle. That shit was kind of cool. Shoutouts to Cross Tekken. Sefric, did you ever play Cross Tekken much? As a Street Fighter 4 guy? There's a lot of overlap there. Blanca's in Cross Tekken. I think he's pretty grimy too, if memory serves. Oh, sad. Everything that you would want to juggle into from BT1 from Geef, you can juggle into, besides Super. Oh, you can't juggle into a regular Air SPD. You'd probably want to do that. There you go. That's something you wish you could juggle into. But like everything else you'd want to juggle into, like fully charged in Fierce or like towards Fierce or like something like that. Towards medium kick for meme resets. Just play Goken. Just play Sea Viper. Then every juggle state is a free juggle state for both of those characters. Goken has like 2 juggle starters that aren't free juggle states. Yeah, that's how anime juggles work. Go play Blaze Blue. I'm pretty good about juggles in Third Strike. Which air resets though? The juggle point system still works in Third Strike. The hit stun scaling from juggles. Even during air resets into supers. The way that it works in Third Strike is every move has a secret number that it applies to the opponent. It's usually 1, but it depends on the move. And how high that number gets, the numbers add up until the opponent gets knocked over. Until the opponent touches the ground, rather. How high that number gets, there's fewer frames to continue your juggle. But you can juggle into anything. So for example, Ryu jump heavy kick is JP3. It adds 3 to the invisible counter. And so he can jump heavy kick someone in the corner and then super, SA1. And even though the opponent gets air reset, they fall into the super. And they get juggled. But if Ryu does jump medium punch, it's 2 hits, and both hits are 3. So it puts the opponent at 6. And 6 offers very few frames before they fall out. So if Ryu hits both hits of jump medium punch, lands in SA1s, the opponent will not get hit by the SA1. Because the hit stun scaling runs out, basically. It's not really hit stun scaling, it's just juggle scaling, I guess. Juggle hit stun scaling. It's hard to explain. If you play for a long time, you'll probably learn all the invisible numbers for your character. For example, Aura's launcher is 1 then 3 for the 2 hits. So it's 4 if you get both hits, but it's only 1 if you get the first hit. And then when you see the stomp, the midair connect, where it kind of bounces the opponent upward, that's also 1. So when you see Oro's loop, his chicken combo, it's stand medium punch into medium stomp times 3, and that's 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. You get to 6, and then you don't have enough time to juggle anymore. 6 is usually the cutoff. Most characters have a hard time doing it after that. If you're really good, you can get a combo up until about 9 if you're doing like a really fast series of button attacks. A lot of characters can't even like explore that though. Yeah, it's completely different. It's completely removed from the hit stun. Some of the invisible numbers are really strange. The one I like to bring up is Ryu heavy DP is 15 for its number. I don't think it's infinite. Maybe it is. If every hit is 1 frame apart. It might eventually go to 0. Because I think Oro's EX Super 2, every hit is 1 frame apart. But opponents fall out of that, they don't get juggled infinitely. I could be wrong though. But if the hits are very close together, you can kind of break the juggle count. The example I like to show for that is Oro chicken combo into EX uppercut. You can get like a 7 or 8 hit juggle pretty easily. When were hit confirms invented? Street Fighter 2, I don't know. Pong. 15 might be the cap, yeah. 15 does allow for one frame of juggle. So maybe Aura EXSA2 does not hit every frame. Ryu heavy DP into SA2 is only works by one frame. Yeah, maybe. Maybe Aura's DP, if it was infinitely high with a hit each frame, probably be an infinite. I mean, that happens, right? Doesn't that happen? Isn't there the 12 glitch? The 12 Aura glitch, where Aura has an EX Fireball with infinite hits? And that hits infinitely, doesn't it? Pretty sure. Aura's EX Fireball, I'm pretty sure removes... I think it adds 1 per hit, although I haven't thought about that in a long time. Yeah, the 12 has a glitch where you can hit 12's... 12 can EX flat, it's X flat, the super, into Aura's EX Super 2 in a very particular way. And then it makes it so Aura's fireballs no longer lose hits. Which means that you can throw a fireball and it just hits over and over. And his EX fireball in particular tracks the opponent and also moves very slowly, so it stays inside 12's body for a very long time. So he just gets hit like a jillion times by the EX fireball. Oof. Car Universal Overhead is not terribly important for most characters. I do it myself quite a lot, just as a neutral tool. But the extra range on Universal Overhead is like not a huge deal. Universal Overhead is not that good of a move for most characters. If you get a perfectly spaced one, you can get maybe like a deep connect and maybe a super link, depending on your character. But I can't think of many setups that rely on you to do a car Universal Overhead. I've hit that combo before. It's a fun combo. It's a lot easier on a crunching opponent. For some reason, Towards Strong from Ryu has like a jillion fucking active frames for no reason. I've seen key players use car Universal Overhead in a match lots of times. Probably, yeah. You can just do Towards Strong into SA2 and that's a lot easier. The problem with meaty Towards Strong with Ryu is that it's a really fast overhead, but if you do it meaty like that, it's not fast. Or rather, the opponent, it's not hitting until the very late frames, so the opponent has more time to parry. Basically, what were active frames become startup frames, if that makes sense. So Ryu's overhead is normally 15 frame, but with the extra startup frames, it goes down to like fucking like 25 frame startup, which makes it nowhere near as hard to block. I don't think I've ever seen anyone mention Urian having a Kara throw, so if he has a good Kara, it's probably not very good. Ken's cars are kind of bad, and even like him, I've seen people discuss them. I mean, everyone has a zillion cars. I don't think hit confirms were so difficult of an idea to come up with. I think it was a natural conclusion. Even if you just came up with a juggle, you know, you're gonna come up with a hit confirm by extension. If it's like if I'm gonna do Stand Fierce Light Tatsu as Akuma as just a bog standard combo, and then the Light Tatsu hits, I do hard uppercut. The light Tatsu's blocked, I don't do hard uppercut. Like, you're just inevitably going to come up with hit confirms in the process of creating combos. No. I like the game sound just where it is. I'll turn it up just a little bit for you, but not a lot. Who in third strike is the best car throw? I'm pretty sure it's Q. Alex has a very good one. Chun-Li has a very good one. Alex has a really big natural throw range. Chun-Li's car throw is bigger. The car distance from Chun-Li is bigger, but her throw range is smaller. I think Chun-Li overall has more throw range. Elena also has a really big one. Those are the 4 I would jump out to say if I was listing characters with great car throws. Ken's is bad. Akuma's is quite good. Ryu's is also quite good. They're not great though, they're not on the level of the 4 I listed. The really good ones are Chun-Li, Q, Alex, and Elena. Oof. Makoto's pretty good if you want to go backwards. Makoto does have a good one in light kick, but you've got to like actually whiff the light kick, so it's pretty precise to space. It's like a post Kara. It's a post active frames Kara throw. Oro has a Kara throw. Oro has an incredible Kara throw from far medium kick, but the problem is if you're too close, it just turns into close medium kick. So he's got a Kara throw with a dead zone. It's a huge Kara throw, but if you get, like, it works from, like, let's say, like, X distance, but then you get, like, a couple pixels closer, and then it doesn't work anymore because you're getting the wrong normal. So it's like you can grab people, then you get closer and you can't grab them, and then you get closer still and you can grab them again. Car Demon supers were very rare in SF4. So Car Demon was very rare in SF4. Ultra Demon was pretty common, and people still card into that, but it was yeah, it's a much worse set than Chun-Li's. You can jump out of Akuma's Ultra 1, so people could only use it based on its invincibility, not based on its, you know, 720-ness. Yeah, you can just jump out of Akuma's Ultra 1 post-freeze. It's like 7 frame startup or something. It's like not fast. It's fast for an Ultra, I guess. Cool juggle. You often see the standard hard kick into short swing blow, but rarely do you see low hard kick short swing blow. It's interesting. Ultra graphics third strike is something almost no one wants, I feel. A new engine third strike is novel. I'm sure a lot of people don't want that either. I'm sure most third strike players will tell you they don't want new third strike. Capcom hire this man. I feel like a lot of people just instantly assume that graphics good equals better game. Or I shouldn't even say graphics good. I should say graphics realistic equals better game, which is even more ridiculous. It's always some guy draws like fucking photorealistic Mario, and it's like, oh my god, this is such a great design. Nintendo needs to hire you. It's like, what the fuck? Mario's good because he's cartoony. You took away the best part. I would love a Street Fighter 3 fourth version. I don't want like a remake with like fucking change mechanics. I just want them to make a fourth version. Just add some characters. Fuck around with it a bit. If it sucks, we just won't play it. If it's good, we will play it. Simple as. USF4? No, I think a lot of people really like the sprite art. I don't even think people want USF4 style graphics. Most people thought USF4 was ugly anyway. I'm one of the people who believes that Third Strike should be updated. But I'm definitely in the minority. I've talked with a lot of Third Strike players about that, and it's like most of them think Third Strike is a borderline perfect game. Or like just simply don't trust anyone to fix the issues that it has. He did lip parry into high parry and Ken didn't commit. I played KOF 13. It's actually the only KOF game I put significant time into. I played it quite a lot. Very fond memory of going to 37th Reloaded and playing KOF 13 the whole time, even though it was literally a Third Strike tournament. I just showed up and played fucking... There were like 3 guys there who brought their own PS3. And... Or no, it was 2 guys, and I became the 3rd guy. Literally, it was like a huge Third Strike tournament with every fucking console playing Third Strike, and I showed up and there was 2 guys who brought a PS3 and fucking KO 13. They just played KO 13 against each other, and I got behind them and watched. And eventually I was like, hey, can I play? And they started tagging me in between. And I was way worse than both of them. They were fucking really good. But I got to a point, you know, I was getting some of their last characters frequently, so you know, that's something. But they were doing stuff that I just wasn't good enough to do. Like, they block a DP, they hop, and then they do a jump and punish on the DP. That's easy, but I can't do it. I just don't think fast enough. Haven't played enough KOF. No. They were like fucking low tier heroes. They had like fucking, you know, they had locals teams, if you know what I mean. They had, these are 3 characters I like, the team. I don't remember what characters though, it's been way too long. I think one of them played Kyo. Regular Kyo. I don't remember any grappler kind of stuff. Nest Kyo is arguably worse than regular Kyo, I feel. The other 2 are insane. Nest Kyo is still a high tier. He's like probably top 10. Regular KO is also probably top 10. Clary Ori is also amazing, actually. But EXE Ori is probably number 1 or 2. There are a lot of good characters. Kyo might be at just outside top 10 for both of them. Mr. Karate is the grimiest character in the game, but I think EXE Ori is probably a smidge better. There's a couple other characters who are also extremely grimy, like Benimaru. Takuma is extremely good, yeah, but he's not as good as Mr. Karate, and you can only have one of them on your team, so sometimes in life you have to make a difficult decision. The worst thing that could happen to Takuma was Mr. Karate being added. Takuma is probably top 10 or top 15 or so. He's like very good. He's got very high potential. He could be like a top 5 character even. But he's competing with a top 1 for a slot. Hua was very good. I think he was a little slept on. Kim was probably like top 5. I didn't see that many Hua players, but Hua had insane tech on paper. I think Kim was a little bit falsely inflated by the number of people who played him. Kim is just an insanely popular character, especially among Korean players. And he was very good in that game, but like, you know, it's like the same way that Iori's good in every game. It's just like, on one hand he is really good, but on the other hand, like, you've got a million people playing him. Kim and Iori both have that. There's some Street Fighter characters who have that, I'm sure. Oof. Takuma. Kula was pretty good. She was like probably like mid or high tier. K-Dash was also probably mid or high tier. It did the thing again. K-Dash might have been... I think K-Dash was better than Kula. They were both quite good. They were upper half characters, upper quarter characters even. Balance in KOF13 was quite good. There were a lot of characters that weren't seen to be that good, but were very good in an environment where no one had meter yet. So they were often used on point. Like Dualon. Like Andy. Characters who just ride good neutral. There's a kind of meta game of like lead character, like middle character, end character. And then it kind of slowly transformed as the years went by into like lead character, anchor, anchor. And then by the end of the game it was kind of like anchor, anchor, anchor. You just run 3 anchors. But it wasn't horrible to run a lead character. Oh, Chin was really grimy. So his name, Little Drunk Guy. There were a couple extremely strong Chin players. Ugh. Kim hasn't been announced for KO15 yet, that's the thing. He's like, I thought he was guaranteed. He'll just show up on a team with Choi and Chang any minute now. Wait, we know the full launch roster? Wait, we know the first DLC? Who's the first DLC wave? Oh, yeah, tell me. I didn't even know. I didn't realize Data Mine Demo was talking about KO15. I thought I read Data Mine Demo and it did not process through my brain. I gotta know the fucking, I gotta know the DLC wave 1. It was No, I was playing OT ages ago. Just go watch the archive if you want to see it. Otherwise, sorry, I haven't changed it. I forgot. Time for me to still not change it. How Maru from fucking Samurai Showdown? Nakaruru from Samurai Showdown. Dudley, who I literally don't know who that is. Rock is cool. Gato is cool. B-Genet. So you got a nice little wave of Garo characters. Yamazaki, Geese, and Billy. You got some nice. Are they all Fatal Fury? I assume they are. They're all relevant to Fatal Fury characters, so I assume they were just friends in Fatal Fury, butt buddies or something. Pretty sure Geese and Billy were Fatal Fury. I don't know about Yamazaki. So I'm assuming Darley's from Samurai Shodown then, huh? You got 3 Fatal Fury, 3... Yeah, oh, you said that. Oh, it's a girl. So three Samurai Shodown. 3 Fatal Fury and 3 Garo. God, I remember the memes right when KOF 14 came out and fucking Nakaruru was top tier. And everyone was just fucking posting the bird emoji in every fucking stream. Mama haha bird emoji. Do we know who the last boss is? Maybe Rugal's the boss? It'd be kind of weird if the last boss was... I don't know. Recently they've been doing like a playable version of the last boss. Who was the last boss of 14? I kind of assumed it was Verse, but I actually have no idea. He just kind of looks like a last boss. There's another Verse. Okay. Kind of surprised to see Antonov's alive. Am I alone in that? Somehow, like, random nobody making King of Fighters tournament. I just kind of felt like... And, like, Verse kind of looks like him, too. Kind of, I mean, in a very loose sense. In the sense that Verse even looks like a human. I just kind of assumed that, like, you know, somewhere in the story, Antonov was going to die. He is really cool. I like everything about him. I like his weird-ass moveset. I like the way he looks. I like his personality. They really struck gold with that guy, I feel. I knocked it out of the park. I like Xanadu a lot. The fucking prisoner guy. I didn't like playing as him. He felt really awkward. He felt like all his moves were just on the wrong buttons. Like he could have been easy to play, but it wasn't. I think I looked at Zarina. Was she the one with the toucan? I think I liked her. I liked her and I liked Nelson. The guy with the arm. I like Sylvia a lot, actually. I loved Sylvia's design, and I like the horrible noises she makes all the time. Her special moves felt really good, too. Her normals were kind of stubby. Activation's more expensive, I gleamed. What's going on there? I still don't know how the meter system works. Activating max mode looks like it costs 2 bars, right? That's pretty extreme. EX moves are half a bar, supers are 1 bar. Something like that. That's pretty radical. Max, I think Max was... Max using its own meter was pretty cool in KOF 13. But, like, you kind of lived and died on whether your max worked or not. Like, basically rounds would be decided by who set up good maxes. And 14 it became way too cheap. 1 bar for max was insane. You just saw like max combos all over the place. Like several per round. And yeah, having EX moves with lock behind max was super lame. You could, like, most characters didn't have invincibility besides an EX DP, and then you couldn't even do the DP in neutral. Most characters didn't even do raw max, but raw max was kind of cool. I remember a lot of mature players doing raw max, and like Iori, I think. Yeah, not only not only is it possible, but it's half a meter, which is really cheap compared to KOF 13 where, or like, yeah, KOF 13 where EXs were the same cost as a super. And granted, a lot of EX moves are still worth using despite the fact that they're enormous cost. It's just kind of whack having EX and super cost the same thing. I'm tired. I sit up way later than I meant to, and I'm not even done. I'm fucking up my sleep schedule right this second. 6 a.m. here. This video is long and it's probably, you know. I never really thought of Oro as ugly. And then I saw him in SF5 and I was like, damn, he's ugly. It almost upset me a little bit. I was like, I don't want to look at the guy. You know what I mean? Like I never really thought about the way he looked, and then I saw him in SF5 and I was like, that kind of makes me uncomfortable a little bit. I wore off after the first time I saw him. But I think I tweeted that. Someone like tweeted me and was like, fucking, what do you think of Oro in SF5 after they reveal? And I was like, he's ugly. But like what people might not have realized is I meant it. He's very ugly. My favorite Street Fighter characters to look at are Remy and Vega. And I would loosely say that they're the two most beautiful Street Fighter characters. And that's, I guess I'm only counting the men there because there are definitely female Street Fighter characters I'd rather look at. Such as, Elena. Oro's ugly. Yeah. G. It's hard for me to rate G's ugliness. I would not call G ugly. He might be kind of hot even, in like the old guy way. But that's also hard for me to rate. Abigail is definitely repulsive. I don't think it's Bara anymore for Abigail. I think it's something else. He's like deep into fetish territory at that point, I feel. He's like the people who draw like fucking like, you know, Sonic characters, but like ultra muscular. Poison doesn't look too bad, I feel. Kind of like the way she looks. Hyper muscular Bowser, fucking fat Yoshi. Wow, that's a terrible pair of sentences. Sakura's new face is fine, but I like the old one. The new one, I guess, looks better, but I'm more attached to the old one. Fong looks great. I think he's ugly, I guess. If I were to rate him unattractive to unattractive, he would definitely be on the unattractive side. But I love the way he looks. I love his tall fucking face. And his tiny fucking glasses. And his gaunt ass cheeks. I love his whole appearance so much. I'm surprised they changed Sakura's face and like they never changed Ken's. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why the fuck did Sakura's face need a fix? Are you kidding me? Have they never seen Ken? Ken's been ugly since release. Ken's not supposed to be ugly. Look at Ken in this game. He looks great. Like, Guile's supposed to be ugly. They showed Guile's face and I loved it because he's ugly. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck yeah. This is the ugly motherfucker I want to throw Sonic Booms as. Nice. Alpha Ken is cool too. Dead Strike Ken is better, but Alpha Ken is still good. Smash Ken looks great, yeah. Reminder that Kemi is younger than Sakura. The extremely cursed knowledge. That used to be more cursed before they aged Sakura up. Now it's only a little bit cursed. Kemi was 16 when Sakura was 17 or 18. Dead is younger than Kemi. I don't even want to think about how old G is. Probably the age of the Earth. He's probably 4.6 billion. Nikali is also ancient. Seth is like 3, give or take. 3 or 4. However old fucking Mel is supposed to be. Imagine playing a character with a dive kick. Sounds nice. I don't know if there's any lore whatsoever on Goken's actual death event. Nice ATR. The dash shoot was kind of cool too. Do I really want to stick around for 30 more minutes? Not really. I'm not that tired, but I don't want to ruin my schedule. That oh my god, make it stop! Can't just fucking breathing red parries. And Bison's dead. I played story mode. However, Fong lived. I forgot about that. Not sure about Mars though. Could be alive, could be dead. Mars probably showed up in the ending, and I just don't remember. All the dolls just kind of stopped fighting in the ending of story mode. And they're like fucking shaking their heads like the mind control just wore off or some bullshit. Also, Rashid's friend went unnamed the entire story mode. Just felt horrible. Just name her. Just name her. What fucking decision was made to have her be unnamed for the whole thing? Just come up with any name. I don't care what. That was a little thing that happened at some point during Alpha, I forget. It was Dawson, I think. Dawson broke Cammy's mind control. She was mind controlled the same way as all the other ones. And Dawson was just like, yeah, nah. Boop. We like saw Rashid's fucking friend die on screen. Are we talking about Peter? He didn't have a gun in game. He had a gun in the cutscene, like, briefly. Yeah, I want Peter. Peter would be a hilarious character to add last minute. Just a little gag character. 400 health, 400 stun. Alright, you guys want a little flashback? Do you remember this? Does anyone remember this? SF3 story mode shipped right before Jury and Urian dropped. And you played as both of them in story mode. So the only way you could play as those two characters is to play play story mode and then do their two fights. They fight one time each, I think. I think Jury was pretty much the same Jury we got at launch. Came out the wrong way. Urian had a little bit of wonkiness. I think he had like a plus. He had like a plus. I don't remember. He had like a +6 fucking low forward or something like that. He had like some really grimy low forward. Something about it was insane, but I don't remember what. Oh, but maybe it canceled. Did he have a cancelable low forward? Yeah. They've got a lot of different villain directions to go with Street Fighter 3. I can see them taking Q to be a major villain. I could see them taking G to be a major villain. I could see them taking Seth to be a major villain. Gil. Fong. Fong's little protege thing. Bison again. No, it doesn't. I'm just saying. They got a lot of variety. A lot of options. Some of those characters might even get a redemption arc. I'm A-okay with a redemption arc on any villain. No, I don't want Fong to get a redemption arc. I like Fong as a villain. But if we get redemption arc, Gil. If Gil's like actually like, yeah, I'm Jesus. If G's like fucking Jesus. G is short for Jesus. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? I think so. Bison Redemption is weak too. I don't like Bison Redemption. I don't like Fong Redemption. They can stay villainous. Seth's Redemption would be cool too. We already got redemption arcs with a couple characters. Nash, I guess. He kind of got a pretend redemption arc because he was just a hero and then he was dead for a while and then he was a hero again. So he never really was villainous. Vega Redemption Arc I don't like. I like Balrog Redemption Arc, but they have to do it on like dad principles. I want like a Balrog like I'm out of the game kind of thing. I want like there's bigger fish to fry. There's stuff more important than money. That would be the ultimate direction to take Balrog. I want Balrog fucking loving dad. You can hit him when they do that, but it's just a guess. You can also meet them midair. Jump away button or neutral jump button. Parry a pretend dive kick and take a throw. There's a few options. Jump back button is probably the least committal, but might not work. Jumping on reaction to a twin jump is not a horrible idea, but that's me saying that as an Aura player. E Honda's only a villain to players, he's not a villain in lore. He's only a villain when you run into him in ranked. Damn, it's just light out. It's just light. It's just daytime outside. I'm like that. I try to parry every dive kick. I can't help it. I win if I parry dive kick. I want Sean and Mel. Give me both. Living in a place where it snows sounds awesome. I have no idea how long it took. We played a kind of grimy run, and we missed we missed Zelda's Lullaby for a fuck long time, even though we could have got it pretty early. As soon as we got the bomb bag. He could have done another DP. There as well, what the fuck? Isn't that free versus Dudley? I could be wrong. That's weird to do two of those and not DP again. Nice. Crouching hit too. It's a crouching target combo. A lot of damage on that, holy shit. Crouching hit almost isn't even a thing for Aura because I just launched him immediately. I want Ken as the fucking Akuma replacement master character. And Ryu to be like the where the fuck is he? Secret boss. I'm still feeling kind of good about how I handled myself versus Anti-Shadow that set. I really played my A game there. Ape Escape. I still have plans to stream that, I'm not even joking. I just always forget about it even though it's brought up all the time. I'm a little afraid that I'm going to play it and it's not even going to be a good game. Ken has never had a moment with Satsui no Hado, and it's actually been brought up by the developers a couple times. They're like, he's not the kind of person who would submit to the fucking that would be tempted. And they also said if they ever made an evil Ken, it would be a Psycho Power Ken and not a Satsui Ken. And then they actually did that. That was in Ultra Street Fighter 2, which is a game that I would blame a lot of people for forgetting about. Yeah. It wasn't HD Remix, it was Ultra 2. HD Remix had no extra characters. Violent Ken, I guess that was... He's never actually been a Kennen character. Violent Ken was originally in SVC, I think. He was an SNK created character. Purple is an evil color. The evil energy was purple in Mega Man as well. Remember Mega Man 8? Oof. Violent Ken had like a command dash or something. I don't know what he was like in CVS SVC at all. All I know about him in Ultra Street Fighter 2 is he had a really good command dash. They'll just bring back the fucking evil energy for no reason. I like the idea, which the story mode seems to imply, but we have no clue. The story mode as SF5 seems to imply that Ryu and Kage have just split and are now different human beings. Unless Ryu's doing some weird Jekyll Hyde bullshit. But it's not really clear whether Kage is even a canon character. The implication from story mode seems to be that he's just a new person. And they're both kind of just floating around at the same time. Kage is evil Ryu. He's got a new name. Kage, I think, literally just a shadow. And it's supposed to be something... I don't remember his full name. He's got like a much longer name that they shorten. And I think the something is like Splinter. To imply that he's like broken off from Ryu. Kage and Evil Ryu are just the same entity. Kage and Narimono. The shadowed one. Okay, well, maybe not. I was probably thinking of Kuro Shikioni or some bullshit like that. I can't picture Kage's chest. Nikali just fights whoever the strongest guy is. He just pops up to fight strong people. Might as well be Akuma. Nikali eats strong warriors. Some bullshit like that. He turns into mud and he fucking pours on them. But you can fend him off by beating him. I like the tusks. It's a cultural thing, giving him the Oni tusks. I'm really tired, but there's still 13 minutes. I think the single most defining feature of the Oni motif is it's the two little bottom fangs. He only did 2 hits, maybe assuming that he would be able to stop and block, and Ken would over parry. SF4 character I miss. Jury, it's a shame that they removed her. Haha. SF4 new phase. No. None of them. Every character I wanted them to bring back, they brought back. I don't want Sea Viper back. I kind of want Sea Viper back. I'm curious on what a SF5 Sea Viper would feel like. Might be cool. Oni, I don't really give a shit. Abel would probably be my second choice. Yeah, Jerry came back. The gag is that people don't really like Jerry's SF5 design, gameplay wise. That being said, people didn't really like Jerry's SF4 gameplay design. Jerry's still waiting for like a version people like playing. I don't know which one I prefer. I don't really like either one. There's a lot of stuff I like about our SF5 design, but it's not like, I don't know. You would have to main her. She's hard to have as like a sub character. It's a lot of combo memorization for her compared to most characters because you've got to learn variations of most combos for like different amounts of charges. I think she would be so much better if she had low jab stand strong, like Chun-Li, and then she can go into her target combo from that. I think the one thing that's missing from her design that I really think would make her a lot more interesting is some kind of combo into the command grab. I mean, not the command grab. What the fuck? The target combo. Because she's got a lot of interesting things from the target combo, but no good way to land it. I think it would be like glue holding the whole character together. There was no charging in fucking. She was a different kind of charge character. It was like charging fireballs. What about Fei Long? Are we just talking about any character from SF4 who should have come back? Fei Long is probably like a good pick. Or Makoto or something like that. Her stalking combos are much more interesting with the target combo is the thing. You can actually use like stuff like the light kick stalk to extend combos with the target combo. There are very few combos she has where light kick stalk increases damage. Well, I mean, the light kick release, rather. They're not hard to figure out. There's a little bit of novelty. You've got some juggles into medium, into heavy release, where you can combo medium release after, which is kind of neat. Medium release is usually used to do grounded combos, link out of it. There are a lot of two-step combos. You see them all the time with medium and heavy. People do like crouch fierce, medium release, and then like fucking stand medium kick into heavy release or some bullshit like that, and then uppercut. And it's like in the corner. It's like a fairly standard combo for her. Or into trigger or something. Yeah, there's some shaky 3-stock combos. 2 moves in 1 combo, yeah. Oh, you mean like just 2 stocks in a row? Yeah, like the one I just mentioned. Any combo where you end in heavy stock, you can then combo a medium stock immediately after. So there's some juggles that use that. Occasionally it's optimal. That's probably the most useful one I already mentioned. Hi. Remy's normals are pretty shrug. Crutch trace is cool though. This medium kick is also kind of cool. It's not that cool. It's just nice that you can link out of it with the super. Apart from that, it's very mediocre. What cool normals does Remy have in a vacuum? Is medium kick, hard kick, TC cool? I don't think so. Might be a little cool. Yeah, I'm gonna leave like any minute now. You got 5 more minutes with me. Remy close strong. It's got a kind of neat animation, but there's nothing about the move itself that's that interesting. It's kind of plus. It's kind of cool. Remy's overhead. I always hear people say that Remy's overhead doesn't look like an overhead. I guess it doesn't, but when I see a slow move, it just has overhead energy to me. I thought it was an overhead the very first time I saw it. And then I kind of second guessed myself a little bit. I was like, oh, it could be a weird low. A low that's supposed to look like an overhead. But no, it's just a regular overhead. Keep back card kick is supposed to be a taunt combo. That's the idea. It's really weird that you can cancel it, but it's supposed to be in any scenario where you get a guaranteed thing. You can do back card, like after a parry, you could do back card kick and then cancel the taunt, and then you get a guaranteed taunt off in addition to your knockdown. It's 7 a.m. They were definitely thinking about how taunts worked with Q. Yeah, Q has some really bonkers mirror combos with that. You can do back hard kick, bounce off a mirror, and then command grab the opponent. And it's a combo. You can do some really goofy stuff with that. I don't know the rules of back turns. Aura does not use back turns for anything. I have Crutch Fierce EXSA1 back turn combo, actually. I have a back turn combo. I never use because it's a meme. It's a novelty that it even exists. It's hard to imagine they probably thought that made SA1 viable. Yeah, I've been asleep all the time I've been here watching this fucking Kenneth Dudley stuff. I know you can hit the opponent in different heights and they have different real animations in a lot of scenarios. There have been at least 2 Dudleys. Maybe more. Who knows? What if each game was different 2 players? Ah, yes, the Hugo. He was good. That was also Ibuki for a while. Oh, you said that one. I am very partial to Hugo. I like that none of his special moves are like movement oriented, except maybe like EX Lariat, which is very mediocre. So he's like purely like get in on his own efforts. It feels like he really has to earn his way in, which is an impression I don't always get from the other grapplers. There's the salvage combo if you drop it. Oh, we're done. Thanks everyone, I'm leaving. I'm gonna go sleep, brush my teeth and sleep.